Chapter 471. The Mist Horn clan was holding a grand auction. This clan was not as powerful as the Ghost Eye clan or as powerful as the Giant Devil clan. However, it was slightly stronger than the Six-Winged clan. There were 3 Void Refinement Realm experts in the clan. Ning Fan was walking in the deep ocean. Along the way, he heard about the great changes in the Ghost Eye clan. However, his expression remained unchanged. He felt slightly relaxed. As long as he obtains the 4th slate, the journey of the 4 clans of the Hidden Ocean would come to an end. He recalled the words of the Pill Sovereign. The Pill Sovereign had once bought 2 Min Luo fruits in the Mist Horn clan. When he thought of Min Luo fruits, he could not help but think of the little girl who asked him for pill biscuits. Ming Kei. The little pill devil girl in the Dark Sparrow's grave had left a deep impression on him. He wondered if the Min Luo fruits in this place had anything to do with her. Thinking of this, Ning Fan shook his head. He did not think that he would meet that little girl in the Mist Horn clan. That little pill devil should still be fooling around in the Dark Sparrow's grave. The deep ocean was silent. There was only the sound of ocean currents. Occasionally, a few rays of light would pass by him. He looked like he was taking a leisurely stroll in a courtyard. However, his movement technique was so fast that no one could see him clearly. The Mist Horn clan also had a devil nation as its power, and its main city was Tai Chi City. Outside the city, Ning Fan captured a few sea beasts that had taken human form and searched their souls and memories to obtain some information about the Mist Horn clan. The Mist Horn clan had 3 Void Refinement Realm experts in total. Their clan leader was a Void Inquiry Stage expert named Su Yan. She was an extremely beautiful, mature woman. The other 2 were Void Glimpse Stage experts. One of them was called Gui Jiao. He was once destroyed by Yu Lingkong with a ray of moonlight. The other one was called Chiemo. He led troops and guarded outside the clan all year round. It was said that he was not on good terms with the clan leader, but no one knew the details. Su Yan and Gui Jiao were guarding Tai Chi City this time. The reputation of these 2 Void Refinement Realm experts was enough to intimidate all the enemies. Ning Fan remained silent for a while. He had searched the souls of many sea beasts and even a few arrogant members of the Mist Horn clan. He had obtained a lot of information, but none of them was related to the Devil Concubine or the Slate. The information about the Devil Concubine and the Devil Statue Slate of the Mist Horn clan was very well hidden. Perhaps only a few Void Refinement Realm experts knew about them. The patriarch of the Mist Horn tribe, Su Yan, is a woman. With my mind-reading technique, I should be able to get some information from her directly. There's no need for me to collect any more information. With that in mind, he flew into Tai Chi City. No one noticed him entering Tai Chi City. Only the clan leader of the Mist Horn tribe, who was cultivating in seclusion, seemed to have sensed something. She opened her almond-shaped eyes and was slightly surprised. This feeling of soul connection. Who is it? No one knew that Su Yan actually had a mysterious soul connection with Ning Fan. No one knew that one of Su Yan's identities was the Mist Horn clan's patriarch, and the other was the Mist Horn demon concubine. Ning Fan snuck into Tai Chi City and secretly searched the entire Devil City. However, he could not find the whereabouts of the clan leader. He assumed that clan leader Su Yan was in seclusion in some hidden heavenly dwelling. The Mist Horn clan's medicine storehouse did not store any precious spiritual herbs. Rumor had it that the Prince of Lan Ling had barged into the Ghost Eye clan alone and plundered their devil statue slate, countless immortal jade and spiritual herbs. This incident had shocked many forces. For example, the Mist Horn clan had purposely hidden their precious treasures in many hidden heavenly dwelling spaces to prevent others from stealing them. As for the Mist Horn clan's most precious specialty spiritual herb, the Devil Horn Orchid, all of them had been transplanted into their secret realm. This gave Ning Fan a headache, because he could not steal the spiritual herbs. It seemed like his dream of robbing the Mist Horn clan's storehouse was not going to come true. All he could do now was to spend money to buy things. As for getting information from Su Yan, he was not in a hurry either. After all, Su Yan would definitely show up after the auction begins. At that time, with Ning Fan's identity, he would have plenty of chances to get in touch with her. Even though Ning Fan entered the city in a low-profile manner, the news of him coming to the Mist Horn clan still spread like wildfire after he openly checked into a guest house. the pill refinement master who ranked 8th in the Rain world, and the half-disciple of the pill sovereign were extremely famous. Countless cultivators came to visit him, and countless old monsters came to ask for pills. However, Ning Fan rejected all of them. There was still 1 month left before the auction begins. During this 1 month, Ning Fan did not come into contact with anyone. Instead, he entered the Yuan Yao world and used the Dark Golden Pagoda to cultivate for the first time. On the 7th floor of the Dark Golden Pagoda, time was slowed down to 1/128 of the outside world. 1 month in the outside world was equivalent to 10 years in the pagoda. After 10 years of seclusion, Ning Fan had concocted more than 10 revered devil pills in preparation for breaking through to the golden body refining realm. If nothing unexpected happens, he would be able to break through to the golden body refining realm after obtaining the 4th slate of the Mist Horn clan. Other than the revered devil pill, Ning Fan also had a peak grade 5th revolution pill recipe, called the Devil Rearing Pill. It was also a pill that could increase one's chances of breaking through to the golden body refining realm. Naturally, the more pills that could increase one's chances of breaking through to the golden body refining realm, the better it would be. With Ning Fan's current pill refinement mastery, it was enough for him to concoct the Nightmare Devil Pill. 1 month later, Ning Fan left the Yuan Yao world. Under the invitation of an elder of the Mist Horn clan, he went to the VIP seat of the auction. It was a magnificent and huge palace that was divided into 4 floors. Gold Core Realm juniors were only qualified to sit on the 1st floor. Those who could sit on the 4th floor were all Void Refinement Realm old monsters. Even though the auction of the Mist Horn clan this time was not as grand as the Giant Devil Pill ceremony, it still attracted 4 Void Refinement Realm experts from the 800 cultivation countries. Among the 4 Void Refinement Realm old monsters, 3 of them were at the Void Glimpse stage, and 1 of them was at the Void Inquiry stage. When they realized that Ning Fan, who was at the Divine Transformation realm, was actually sitting on the same floor as the 4 of them, all of them wore a displeased expression. However, when the 4 of them heard about Ning Fan's identity from the elder of the Mist Horn clan, they no longer looked at him with contempt. Instead, they were filled with respect and their words were filled with flattery. I didn't expect you to be the famous revered elder of the Great Heaven Palace, Zhou Ming. Nice to meet you. I heard that revered Ming is a peak grade 5th revolution pill refinement master. TSK. A peak grade 5th revolution pill refinement realm. This identity is much more respectable than a void refinement realm cultivator. There is a rumor in the Rain world that revered Ming killed Shi Kuan and Mo Xiu consecutively with his divine transformation realm cultivation base. Could it be true? Each of the old monsters sounded extremely polite. Since they were being polite, Ning Fan naturally would not be too cold to them. After exchanging a few pleasantries with them, he closed his eyes and remained silent, waiting for the auction to begin. The old monsters were all people with good judgment. Seeing that Ning Fan did not want to talk much, they naturally would not disturb him. Ning Fan, who was resting with his eyes closed, was carefully thinking about the purpose of his trip. To buy 8 tufts of 40,000 years old devil-horned orchid in the auction, and then find a chance to get close to Su Yan. Look, it's the Lord of Devouring Heaven Island of Sikong Island. She's here again. I wonder if we can still buy some Min Luo fruits from her this time. Whispers suddenly resounded among the Divine Transformation Realm cultivators on the 3rd floor. At first, Ning Fan was not interested in the discussions of the Divine Transformation Realm cultivators. However, when he heard about the Min Luo fruits, his mind suddenly moved, and he opened his eyes to take a look. The 4 Void Refinement Realm experts beside him also opened their eyes and spread out their spirit sense with great interest. They wanted to see who the so-called Lord of Devouring Heaven Island was. She actually possessed the legendary Min Luo fruits. Following the direction of the discussions, an early Divine Transformation Realm young girl entered the 4th floor under the escort of more than 10 Divine Transformation Realm experts. Among the group of Divine Transformation Realm experts, other than an old man who followed the young girl willingly, the rest of them had traces of being planted with a restriction spell. It seemed like they were forced to follow the young girl. Although there were quite a number of Divine Transformation Realm experts in this group, the leader was just an early Divine Transformation Realm expert. The The 4 Void Refinement Realm old monsters lost their interest to investigate further. Only Ningfan's eyes were filled with surprise. Surprise! It was really a surprise. Ningfan had never thought that he would meet this young girl in such a place, and in such a way. The young girl was wearing a small black coat. Her hair was tied into 2 buns that looked like buns. Her lips were red and her teeth were white. She looked very cute. Her bangs were neat. Her 2 small canine teeth were gnawing on an unknown 10,000 years old spiritual herb. She seemed to be enjoying it very much. It's not delicious. This 10,000 years old profound mango is really disgusting. It's called a profound mango, but it's not sweet at all. It's not as delicious as a mango at all. Grandpa Chew, let's take this seat. Yes, Mississippi. The old man who was addressed as Grandpa Chew was the only expert who was not planted with a restriction spell. He had a mid-divine transformation realm cultivation base. He respected and obeyed the young girl from the bottom of his heart. As for the other divine transformation realm servants, they seemed to have already gotten used to the young girl's behavior of eating the 10,000 years old spiritual herb raw. Looking at the young girl's small canine teeth, all of them felt a chill down their spine. Who told you that a profound mango is a mango? The profound light was a type of magical light divine ability. The profound mango was a spiritual fruit that could enhance the profound light divine ability. A profound mango isn't a mango. You don't have any common sense. Eating a 10,000 years old profound mango as a fruit was simply a reckless waste of God's gift. Everyone cursed the young girl in their hearts, but no one dared to show any dissatisfaction towards her. They had suffered from the young girl before. They knew how powerful and violent this young girl was. All of them were captured by the young girl to be her servants. The young girl didn't have a striking appearance, but her small pink fists had the terrifying fist force of a late divine transformation realm expert. Many of the divine transformation realm cultivators looked at the young girl with different eyes. Some of them were happy to meet the young girl, because they wanted to buy some Min Luo fruits from her. Some of them were fearful of the young girl because they were afraid that they would be captured by her, and be taken as a servant. Ningfan's eyes were extremely gentle when he looked at the young girl. He knew her. She was the little pill devil in the Dark Sparrow's grave. Is that Bright Sparrow? Why did she come here? Her chi has also become so much stronger. But what I'm concerned about is that her chi seems to have changed a little. The chi of the pill devil has weakened slightly, while the chi of the immemorial Dark Sparrow has increased a lot. Is all of this related to that old man Chu? Ningfan's eyes swept across old man Chu, who was standing beside Bright Sparrow. This old man cultivated the demon vein, and had a trace of the Dark Sparrow's chi in his body. Just as he was contemplating whether he should immediately acknowledge Bright Sparrow or not, the sound of celestial music was heard from afar all of a sudden. A faint fragrance came from the auction stage at the center of the venue. Then, the figure of a beautiful woman in light yellow clothes emerged quietly. As soon as the beautiful woman appeared, she immediately attracted the attention of countless male cultivators. Her dress was plain and clean. She didn't have any makeup on her face. Her silky black hair cascaded down like a waterfall. There were 2 exquisite jade-colored horns on the top of her head, making her look like a dragon lady. Her appearance was about 25 or 26 years old. Her breasts were soft and plump. Her slender jade-like legs displayed a perfect arc through her dress. Have you seen enough? Her red lips moved. Her voice was soft and pleasant to the ears. However, it was bone-chilling and carried a heaven-shaking aura force. Even though it was just a sentence, it carried the aura force of a void inquiry stage-old monster. Countless experts who were sneaking glances at her sexy body felt their eyes hurt. None of them dared to take another look. She was the clan leader of the Mist Horn clan, Su Yan. Even though she had a peerless appearance, no one dared to take another look at her. After all, she was a rose with thorns on it. The moment she appeared, she suddenly raised her head and looked at Ningfan's direction with a hint of disbelief. It's him. He is the person who is connected to my soul. At the same time, Ningfan also looked at Su Yan with slight surprise. She is the Mist Horn Devil concubine. Chapter 472. Su Yan was also surprised for a moment before quickly putting away her shock and restoring her calm. She was different from Feng Qi, Feng Shuiyan and Gu Sherngyang. Her cultivation base was profound and her senses towards souls were much sharper. Despite being in such close contact with Ning Fan, she was actually able to tell that he was the one whose soul was connected to hers. However, she did not know why this soul connection would appear, so she did not think about the identity of the devil concubine. Even though she was full of doubts, she had no choice but to ask Ning Fan after the auction ends. Now, she still had another task, which was to preside over the Mist Horn auction. It is my great honor to have all of you attend our auction today. Before the auction begins, there are some rules that I have to explain. Firstly, the auction this time will last for 10 days. Within these 10 days, all of you are free to leave at any time. However, within the territory of my Mist Horn clan, none of you are allowed to fight or kill each other to steal the treasures. Anyone who causes trouble will be seen as challenging the dignity of my clan, and will be personally suppressed by me. Hiss. Countless old monsters sucked in a breath of cold air. Even the 4 Void Refinement Realm old monsters beside Ning Fan were somewhat moved. The organizers of many auctions would put up a rule that forbade private fights. This was to prevent people from being killed after they bought a valuable treasure. It was not unreasonable for the Mist Horn clan to propose such a rule. It was reasonable for the cultivators who came to participate in the auction to give the Mist Horn clan some face. However, it was their first time seeing the Mist Horn clan sending out Void Inquiry stage old monsters to suppress the troublemakers. With clan head Su Yan personally taking action to maintain the peace and order of the Mist Horn clan, there probably wouldn't be anyone who would dare to kill someone and rob the Mist Horn clan's treasures. Probably, as if they had a telepathic connection, all the cultivators shifted their gaze towards Ning Fan on the 4th floor. Even though there was a formation light on the 4th floor that could block off detection, many people knew that Ning Fan was on the 4th floor. Currently, everyone in the Endless Sea knew that Ning Fan loved to kill people and seize their treasures the most. Ning Fan was strong enough to kill Shikuan and Mo Xiao. If he really wants to kill them and seize their treasures, even Su Yan might not be able to stop him. Would he cause trouble? All the cultivators were curious. Ning Fan rubbed his forehead, feeling rather speechless. Is my reputation really so bad? Why are they all looking at me when I mention killing people and snatching their treasures? He raised his head and saw Su Yan's apricot eyes staring at him indifferently, as if she was waiting for his answer. Revered Ming, please guarantee that no one will kill or steal the treasures in this auction. Otherwise, I will not allow the auction to continue. Rest assured, clan leader Su. If no one dares to provoke me in this auction, I will not take the initiative to kill. Ning Fan shook his head speechlessly and gave Su Yan a guarantee. Thank you very much. Su Yan gave Ning Fan a faint smile. Her smile had a kind of demonic temperament. She had never shown a smile to any man. This smile of hers was a form of repayment to Ning Fan for agreeing to her request. After Bright Sparrow finished eating the 10,000-year-old black mango, she took out a 10,000-year-old purple duckweed fruit and munched on it with relish. She raised her head and looked in the direction of the 4th floor. Grandpa Chu, who is revered Ming. Why is his reputation so bad? If he doesn't promise not to kill anyone, the Mist Horn clan won't start the auction. Shu miss keep quiet. Revered Ming's status is venerated. He isn't someone we can discuss. Old Man Chu's complexion immediately changed when he heard Bright Sparrow's words. He immediately stopped her from speaking. Oh. I just feel that his voice is a little familiar. Maybe I know him. Miss must have heard wrongly. What kind of status does Revered Ming have? How can he be related to us? It's impossible for Miss to know such a person. At least not now. Oh. By the way, Grandpa Chu, why isn't this 10,000-year-old purple duckweed fruit sweet at all? It's not an apple at all. The Divine Transformation Realm servants who were standing at the side were speechless. Who told you that a purple duckweed fruit is a purple apple? Purple duckweed is a kind of duckweed. What does it have to do with an apple? How can it be sweet? What a waste. What a waste. There are actually people in this world who eat a purple duckweed fruit like an apple. What a reckless waste of God's gift. Ning Fan could not help but chuckle. Ming Kei's silly words had entered his ears. Sure enough, this little pill devil is still the same as before. She really knows how to make me happy. Inwardly, he made up his mind to reunite with her after the auction ends. Now he should get 8 tufts of devil-horned orchid from the auction first. Su Yin continued to explain a series of rules. Then the auction began. The auction would last for 10 days. Towards the end, the items that were auctioned would be more precious. For 7 consecutive days, Ning Fan did not buy anything. It was only until the 8th day that some items caught his attention. Little Ming Ke, on the other hand, had been buying all kinds of spiritual herbs wantonly since the first day. She bought the spiritual herbs on the spot, and ate them to her heart's content. Each of the old monsters who did not know her background looked at her, as if they were looking at a monster. Unless it was a wild beast with a strong physical body or a jade life body cultivator, how could an ordinary person eat a 10,000-year-old spiritual herb raw? Since Ming Ke could eat a 10,000-year-old spiritual herb raw, the strength of her physical body was probably even stronger than ordinary wild beasts. Many divine transformation realm old monsters were afraid of her. Moreover, her silly words had made Ning Fan laugh countless times. Grandpa Chu, why isn't this tanshi melon sweet? It's not a watermelon at all. Grandpa Chu, why isn't this musk pepper sweet? It's not a banana at all. Grandpa Chu. Ning Fan's eyes were filled with nostalgia. This little pill devil is still the same as before. She's still a little foodie. On the 8th day, Ning Fan bid for the first time. He spent 11 million immortal jade to buy a 6th revolution pill recipe. The starting price of the pill recipe was 10 million immortal jade. After Ning Fan increased the price, all the old monsters who wanted to bid for the pill recipe stopped bidding. On the 9th day, Ning Fan bid for the second time. He spent 41 million immortal jade to buy a type of heavenly cold chi. It was the heavenly cold chi which was ranked 10th. Just like the last time, as soon as he increased the price, everyone shut up obediently and no longer dared to bid for it. On the 10th day, all the most precious treasures appeared on the stage. Ning Fan pulled himself together and participated in the bidding extravagantly. He spent all of the 1 billion immortal jade that the 8 ancestors of the giant devil clan gave him. He did not have the intention to save money for them at all. The 8 tufts of devil-horned orchid cost 400 million immortal jade in total. A completed low-grade 6th revolution pill cost 500 million immortal jade. It was called the Golden Body Pill. Its effect was to increase the chances of the Golden Body refining realm by 10%. Other than that, the Mist Horn clan also took out many fiend god cultivation methods and 1-star divine weapons for sale. However, Ning Fan was too lazy to spend money to buy them. Now that he had obtained the devil-horned orchid, the auction no longer had any meaning to him. He peeked at little Ming Ke mischievously. She had already bought countless spiritual herbs and spent about 700 to 800 million immortal jade. He did not know if she had stolen or robbed so many immortal jade. However, even with such a large amount of immortal jade, there would still come a time when she would spend them all. She was too extravagant in the beginning of the auction. Later on, she could barely afford to buy any precious spiritual herbs. She began to sell Minluo fruits to some of the old monsters around her. A single Minluo fruit could allow one to enter a dream for 50 years and increase one's mental state and cultivation level by 50 years. Each of them could be sold for more than 5 million immortal jade. She sold another 20 Minluo fruits and collected a total of 100 million immortal jade. This time, she finally learned her lesson and did not spend her money recklessly. Ning Fan cursed inwardly. He finally knew why the Mist Horn clan would have Minluo fruits. It turned out that this little girl did not have enough money to buy spiritual herbs, and she used the Minluo fruits to exchange for them. This little foodie. The auction had already come to an end. The third last item to be auctioned was a tuft of 60,000 years old spiritual herb called the blue moon grass. It was a tuft of spiritual herb that was as blue as the moon. It was quietly growing on a piece of marble that was the color of the moon. The medicinal effect of the blue moon grass was to help one break through the bottleneck of the divine transformation realm. Normally, it was used as the main ingredient for divine transformation realm pills. Under normal circumstances, the blue moon grass would only grow to 20,000 years old at most. However, this tuft of blue moon grass was 60,000 years old. It was enough to be used as the main ingredient for a sixth revolution pill. If a 60,000 years old blue moon grass is used to concoct a divine transformation realm pill, the chances of a cultivator breaking through the bottleneck of the divine transformation realm would be much higher than under normal circumstances. Therefore, as soon as this 60,000 years old blue moon grass appeared, it immediately attracted the attention of many nascent soul realm and divine transformation realm cultivators. Due to its limited use, the starting price of the blue moon grass was only 10 million immortal jade. However, the price of the blue moon grass rose to 95 million immortal jade. Ning Fan was not too interested in this blue moon grass. Even though it was extremely old, he did not lack pills that could help him break through the bottleneck of the divine transformation realm. He had already given Su Chilling 7 to 8 types of divine transformation realm pills. All of them were enough for her to have a 100% success rate in breaking through the bottleneck of the divine transformation realm. However, what surprised Ning Fan was that Ming Ke, who had finally learned to be obedient, suddenly stood up when she saw the blue moon grass and wanted to bid for it. I bid 100 million immortal jade. As soon as her childish voice resounded, countless old monsters sighed and gave up bidding for it. No one would spend 100 million immortal jade just to buy a tuft of blue moon grass. 100 million immortal jade was enough to buy a lot of finished pills to increase their chances of breaking through to the divine transformation realm. Ming Ke heaved a sigh of relief, as if she was afraid that someone would bid against her for this tuft of blue moon grass. The way she looked at the blue moon grass was not like how she would look at a fruit at all. Ning Fan was slightly surprised. Could it be that this blue moon grass has some other mysterious abilities that I have yet to discover? Did this spiritual herb disguise itself? Or is its true form a more precious spiritual herb? Ning Fan secretly activated his human eye, but he did not find any disguise on the spiritual herb. However, after activating his human eye, he realized that the moonlight marble that the blue moon grass grew on was somewhat extraordinary. A wave of tyrannical moonlight energy lingered in the stone, unable to disperse. This stone is a treasure. Just when Ning Fan realized this, an extremely gloomy voice from the 4th floor joined the bidding for the blue moon grass. 200 million immortal jade. Everyone was shocked. Who would actually bid 200 million immortal jade to buy a mere blue moon grass? Chapter 473. The one who made the bid was a gray-robed cultivator with a sallow complexion. Ning Fan scanned him with his spirit sense and found out that he was at the peak divine transformation realm. His chi had a faint trace of moonlight power. Obviously, the cultivation method that this person cultivated was related to moonlight. The reason why this person was willing to bid for the blue moon grass at such a high price was definitely not because of the grass itself. He was probably interested in the moonlight marble where the grass grew. As Ning Fan guessed, this old monster's devil title was Devil Lord Scarlet Moon. He cultivated a fiend god cultivation method with the Scarlet Moon devil veins. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon did not have the intention to bid for the blue moon grass in the first place. However, the strange stone under the grass gave him a very special feeling. He could faintly feel that the stone contained the moon power inheritance of an expert. As long as he consumes this stone, the moonlight power in his devil veins would be greatly enhanced, and his cultivation base would skyrocket. As for how much his cultivation base would skyrocket, it would depend on how much moonlight power there was in the stone. In Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's opinion, if he refines this stone and goes into seclusion for hundreds of years, he would at least have a high chance of breaking through to the void refinement realm in his lifetime. Therefore, he was determined to get the strange stone under the blue moon grass. It was impossible for him to give it to the little pill devil. Ming Quebec, seeing Devil Lord Scarlet Moon buying the blue moon grass at such a high price, many old monsters vaguely guessed that the strange stone under the grass was somewhat extraordinary. There were also a few old monsters who wanted to bid against Devil Lord Scarlet Moon. However, just as they raised their paddles, he glared at them coldly, and they reluctantly gave up bidding. A half-step void refinement realm expert was the supreme being of the internal sea. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon had a peak divine transformation realm cultivation base, and he was an expert who was unrivaled among those at the same level as him. Apart from the 7 venerated beings of the internal sea, no one dared to offend him. Although Ming Ke brought a dozen of Divine Transformation Realm servants with her, none of them were at the peak Divine Transformation Realm. In his eyes, they were just a motley crew who were not worth mentioning at all. His gaze eventually landed on Ming Ke with a hint of coldness and threat. His aura force shook, causing Ming Ke's chi to stagnate and her primordial spirit to be injured. Her face immediately turned pale, and a trace of sweet blood flowed out from the corner of her lips. This aura force was a warning to Ming Ke not to compete with him. Otherwise, he could not guarantee that he would not take an even more extreme revenge. Even though the Misthorn clan had set a rule that forbade one from killing others and snatching their treasures during the auction, Red Moon still had plenty of ways to take revenge on Bright Sparrow once he left the Misthorn clan. Seeing that Bright Sparrow seemed to have offended Demon Lord Scarlet Moon in order to bid for the Blue Moon Grass and was injured by him, the old man surnamed Chu was furious. However, he suppressed his anger and immediately transmitted a message to Bright Sparrow. "Miss, this old servant knows that you like to consume natural treasures. Since you are willing to bid for this Blue Moon Grass, it must be very valuable. But it's not worth it to offend an old monster like Devil Lord Scarlet Moon for a mere worldly possession. The human heart is sinister and this Devil Lord Scarlet Moon isn't a benevolent person. If you offend him, there will be endless troubles in the future." "Don't worry, Grandpa Chu. I understand." Bright Sparrow curled her lips. She knew that Grandpa Chu was right. Human beings were not as kind as she had imagined. It was not that there were no good people, but there were obviously more bad people in the Endless Sea. She could see how precious the Blue Moon Grass was. The Blue Moon Grass was secondary, but the moonlight marble underneath it was the truly precious item. It contained the power of an expert's moonlight inheritance. Even if it did not correspond to her cultivation technique, it could still increase her cultivation by a lot. But it was absolutely not worth becoming enemies with Devil Lord Scarlet Moon, just for some moonlight inheritance. Besides, she didn't have any extra immortal jades to bid against Devil Lord Scarlet Moon. To Bright Sparrow, the Blue Moon Grass and the marble were just food. It was just a small matter that she couldn't buy them. However, being injured by Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's pressure was a great grievance. Bright Sparrow didn't like to be bullied by others. She had to swallow her anger, but she was no match for Devil Lord Scarlet Moon and couldn't fight back. If Grandpa Tree or Biscuit Brother were by her side, they would certainly not watch her being bullied. Grandpa Tree is still in the Dark Sparrow's grave. He definitely won't care about me. And where is Biscuit Brother? Bright Sparrow let out a faint sigh. Her sigh contained the melancholy of a young girl. She circulated her magic power, and the paleness on her face faded a little. Her injuries were slightly stabilized, but her heart was still filled with anger. TSK, what rubbish Devil Lord Scarlet Moon. Isn't he just a peak spirit severing expert? Wait until I eat more medicinal treasures and break through to a higher cultivation base. Then, I'll teach you a good lesson and cripple your primordial spirit. I'll let you know how powerful I am. I don't want this Blue Moon Grass anymore. Bright Sparrow gently sat back on her seat. Old Man Chu's expression relaxed. Fortunately, he didn't cause any trouble. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon smiled coldly. Bright Sparrow was just an early spirit severing expert after all. As long as he made a move, it would be perfectly normal for an early spirit severing expert to be scared away from bidding against him. The reason why he injured Bright Sparrow was not just to threaten her. More importantly, he guessed that Bright Sparrow had already found out that the peculiar stone contained an extremely strong moon power inheritance. By injuring her, it was also a warning for her not to talk too much. If Bright Sparrow talked too much and the other Void Refinement Realm old monsters bid for this item, Devil Lord Scarlet Moon wouldn't be able to get his hands on it. This Blue Moon Grass belongs to me now. He strode forward and was about to pay for the herb on the auction stage. All of a sudden, a cold voice was heard from behind him. It was the voice of a young man. 210 million. This voice was exceptionally clear in the silent auction venue. Obviously, someone was bidding against Devil Lord Scarlet Moon for the Blue Moon Grass. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon was stunned. He stopped in his tracks and his eyes turned gloomy. He was so angry that he smiled. He really wanted to know who had the guts to compete against him for the Blue Moon Grass, even though they knew that he, Devil Lord Scarlet Moon, was determined to get it. He turned his head coldly and prepared to teach the bitter a lesson. Whoever dares to disrespect me will have to pay the price. However, as soon as he saw the direction of the bitter, his knees immediately went weak. He groaned incessantly, and nearly fell to the ground out of fear. The bitter was a young man in white robes who was sitting on the 4th floor. As an old monster who had been roaming the endless sea for countless years, Devil Lord Scarlet Moon had heard of this young man's reputation countless times. It was impossible for him not to recognize him. Revered Ming. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon raised his head and met Ning Fan's cold eyes. It was just a gaze, but it was filled with killing intent that could not be erased. With just a gaze, Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's mind was in chaos. Layers of illusions appeared in front of his eyes. Each of them was a bloody ocean of slaughter. In that bloody ocean, Ning Fan killed countless Divine Transformation Realm and Void Refinement Realm experts. All of his killing intent was like a sharp sword that pierced Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's primordial spirit in his dantian. A heart-wrenching pain spread throughout Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's entire body. The pain was as if his primordial spirit was being torn into 2 halves. Puff. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon spurted out a mouthful of blood. He took a few steps back in a daze before he managed to stabilize his body. His heart was filled with even more shock. He could not believe that his cultivation base, which was unrivaled below the 7 venerated beings of the internal sea, could not withstand Ning Fan's ferocious gaze. It was as if Ning Fan could directly use his terrifying killing intent to tear Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's primordial spirit apart and bury him here. I want this Blue Moon Grass. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon, do you want to compete with me? Ning Fan walked out of the 4th floor and landed on the 3rd floor beside Ming Quebec. His tone was indifferent. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon panicked. He immediately cupped his fists and said with a trembling voice, "If Revered Ming wants the Blue Moon Grass, how would I dare to compete with Revered Ming?" "Is that so?" Ning Fan's eyes flashed with cold light. He released all of his aura force. All of a sudden, the weather within 100,000 li of the Misthorn clan changed color. All of his aura force was like a huge mountain pressing down on Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's head. The bones in Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's knees gave off cracking sounds. With a loud thud, his knees were crushed and he knelt on the ground. His primordial spirit in his dantian was on the verge of collapsing. His cultivation base was on the verge of dropping to the Divine Transformation Realm in an instant. His blood splattered a fuzhong. Countless cultivators were dumbfounded. Ning Fan had actually nearly crippled Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's cultivation base, with just his ferocious aura force. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon prostrated on the ground while coughing out blood continuously. He stared at Ning Fan in shock. He did not understand why Ning Fan attacked him at all. How did he offend Ning Fan? He raised his head and saw Ning Fan treating Ming Kei's injuries. Ning Fan did not even look at Devil Lord Scarlet Moon. He reached out his hand and held Ming Kei's small hand. Then, he transferred traces of Black Star healing power into her hand, instantly healing all of her injuries. Ming Kei was stunned. She stared at Ning Fan blankly and rubbed her eyes. She found it hard to believe. Isn't this white-robed young man in front of me my brother Biscuit? Why is he here? Besides, why is Brother Biscuit's chi so strong? Why does everyone call him Revered Ming? Chi was dumbfounded. He finally understood how he had offended Ning Fan. Ning Fan was treating Ming Kei's injuries. Even a fool could tell that Ning Fan certainly knew Ming Kei, and their relationship was certainly not ordinary. Rumor has it that Ning Fan has always been a lover. Could this little girl Ming Kei also be one of his lovers? I really have 8 lifetimes of bad luck. Any young lady he casually injured would be Revered Ming's woman. I'm really courting death. Red Moon almost had the urge to curse. Why was he so unlucky? He knew that Ning Fan was cold-blooded and merciless. He had hurt Ning Fan's woman. There was no way Ning Fan would let him go. Biscuit brother, why are you? Ming Kei had a stomach full of questions that she wanted to ask Ning Fan. However, before she could open her mouth, Ning Fan had already gently pressed on her lips. Do not reveal my identity. Right now my alias is Zhou Ming. Even though Ning Fan had stopped Ming Ke from speaking, the words Brother Biscuit had undoubtedly confirmed the guesses of countless old monsters. As expected, Bright Sparrow and Ning Fan know each other, and their relationship is not ordinary. Each of the old monsters looked at Devil Lord Scarlet Moon with eyes that were either cold, sarcastic or sympathetic. It was a pity that Devil Lord Scarlet Moon had offended the great Devil Lord Ning's woman of all people. There was no need to watch anymore. He was dead for sure. Since Ning Fan had shown up, only a fool would bid against him for the blue moon grass. All the cultivators were waiting to watch a good show. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's cultivation base was almost crippled. However, they did not know if Ning Fan would ignore the Mist Horn clan's order of no killing and directly start a massacre in the auction. Su Yan frowned slightly. She did not expect that Ning Fan would cause an incident at the end of the auction. Even though she saw the whole story and it was Devil Lord Scarlet Moon who attacked first, as the clan leader of the Mist Horn clan, if Ning Fan really wants to kill Devil Lord Scarlet Moon in the Mist Horn clan, it would certainly damage the clan's reputation. Su Yan was not concerned about Devil Lord Scarlet Moon's life or death. However, she had already stated that killing is prohibited in the auction. If Devil Lord Scarlet Moon is killed by Ning Fan in the Mist Horn clan, it would certainly damage the clan's reputation. Fellow Daoist Zhou, you promised me that you won't kill anyone in my clan. She reminded him with a gentle voice. Her tone carried a hint of pleading. In other words, as long as Ning Fan does not kill Devil Lord Scarlet Moon, he could do whatever he wants to him. Don't worry, Miss Su. I always keep my words. I won't kill anyone in the Mist Horn clan. After hearing Ning Fan's guarantee, Su Yan felt relieved. Her impression of Ning Fan unconsciously improved a little. Scarlet Moon, I'll give you a chance. From today onwards, become her servant. I can spare your life for what happened today. Ning Fan pointed at Ming Quebec. His words left no room for refusal. All of a sudden, the entire place fell into dead silence. He indeed did not kill anyone, but he asked Devil Lord Scarlet Moon to become her servant. Since Ming Ke, the little pill devil, liked to take in divine transformation realm experts as her servants so much, he was also willing to make Devil Lord Scarlet Moon her servant. No matter what, Devil Lord Scarlet Moon was a formidable person. Under normal circumstances, he would not be willing to become anyone's servant. However, Ning Fan's words made Devil Lord Scarlet Moon lose his courage to reject him. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon was not a fool. Of course, he knew what would happen if he rejected Ning Fan's good intention. He smiled bitterly. Who asked him to be unlucky and hurt Ming Ke? Becoming her servant could be considered as his retribution. I won't dare to disobey revered Ming's order. He admitted his defeat. Being someone's servant was better than being dead. He allowed Ming Ke to plant a restriction on him. It was the immemorial Dark Sparrow's royal bloodline demon restriction. It could easily control his life and death. Ming Ke stared at Ning Fan. She was so surprised that she did not know what to say. Ever since she entered the Endless Sea, she only knew how to look for spiritual herbs to eat. She was a typical foodie who was indifferent to the rumors in the outside world. She did not know how infamous Ning Fan was at all. Her impression of Ning Fan was still the same as in the past. In her memory, Ning Fan seemed to be just at the harmonious spirit realm. In the past, Ning Fan, who was at the harmonious spirit realm, had become so strong that he could scare a peak divine transformation realm expert with just a sentence after just a few decades. It was really unbelievable. When she thought about how Ning Fan punished Devil Lord Scarlet Moon today just to help her vent her anger, she suddenly felt an inexplicable joy. Sure enough, Brother Biscuit treats me the best. Not only did he help me vent my anger, but he also helped me capture a peak divine transformation realm servant. Ming Ke looked at Devil Lord Scarlet Moon with a smile. From today onwards, she would teach this new servant a good lesson. Devil Lord Scarlet Moon felt a chill down his spine. He looked at Ming Ke's eyes and let out a hollow laugh. Inwardly, he was complaining incessantly. From today onwards, he was probably going to suffer a lot. Let's go. The auction is coming to an end. The items that will be auctioned next won't be able to impress me. Come with me. Tell me why you came to the Endless Sea. Ning Fan's eyes indifferently swept across Old Man Chu. Immediately, Old Man Chu lowered his head and bowed respectfully. There was an extremely faint trace of the immemorial Dark Sparrow's qi in Old Man Chu's demon blood. It could not hide from Ningfan's senses. Ningfan guessed that there might be another reason why Ming Ke appeared in the Endless Sea. Out of concern for her, he had to find out the reason. When Ningfan and the others left, Su Yan pondered for a while. Suddenly, she opened her red lips and sent a secret message. The secret message went into Ningfan's ears. The others naturally did not know what Su Yan said. I have something that I don't understand, and I want to ask fellow Taoist about it. If fellow Taoist is free, Su Yan will be waiting for you by the plain Green Lake 3 days later at midnight. All right. Ningfan also replied her using telepathy, which meant that he had agreed to Su Yan's invitation. He knew that Su Yan's purpose of inviting him was certainly not related to Moon Breeze. She must have sensed the soul connection between the two of them, and wanted to ask about it. Anyway, Ningfan was prepared to use the mind-reading technique to find out the whereabouts of the devil statue slate. It was fine for him to meet Su Yan 3 days later. The reason why he did not directly abduct Su Yan was firstly, because of her identity as a devil concubine. Ningfan had a connection with her soul, and he had a trace of tolerance towards her that originated from his bloodline. Secondly, Ningfan had yet to figure out the background of the Mist Horn clan. Only God knew if the Mist Horn clan had a powerful background like the 8 ancestors who were both immortal and undead like the giant devil clan. Using Su Yan as the starting point to obtain information and steal the devil statue slate of the Mist Horn clan was the safest choice. If nothing unexpected happens, I will be able to obtain the 4th slate 3 days later. Chapter 474. More than 10 Divine Transformation Realm servants, including Old Man Chu and Devil Lord Scarlet Moon, were waiting respectfully outside the guest house where Ningfan was temporarily staying. There was a sense isolation formation in the guest house. Ningfan brought Bright Sparrow to sit in the guest house and asked her about her experiences over the past few years. After Ningfan left Yu Country, this little girl also slipped out of the Dark Sparrow's grave and went to the Endless Sea alone. When she left Yu Country, she was just a peak gold core realm little pill devil. Today, she had already become an early divine transformation realm expert. According to Bright Sparrow's description, she did not cultivate at all along her journey. She only consumed countless spiritual herbs and pills and broke through to the divine transformation realm within a few decades. Such a monstrous cultivation physique made Ningfan feel ashamed of his inferiority. Bright Sparrow was the combination of an immemorial dark sparrow and a pill devil. She was born with a keen sense towards heavenly ingredients and earthly treasures. Along the way to the Endless Sea, she collected countless spiritual herbs and consumed all of them. Her identity as an immemorial dark sparrow gave her the bloodline of the royal bloodline, which gave her a cultivation speed that ordinary demons could not reach. Her identity as a pill devil gave her another special physique. The essence of a pill devil was a pill. As a pill devil, she could absorb the medicinal power of other pills to improve the grade of her pill devil body. Strictly speaking, the current Ming Ke could not be considered as a true early divine transformation realm cultivator. She was more like a low-grade 5th revolution pill. The grade of the pill was the cultivation base of the pill devil. The improvement of cultivation base was actually the continuous improvement of the pill. Back in the Dark Sparrow's grave, Bright Sparrow was already a low-grade 5th revolution pill devil. However, at that time, she had yet to absorb enough medicinal power from pills and spiritual herbs to completely activate the full power of a low-grade 5th revolution pill devil. As a standard little pill devil, she could absorb the medicinal power of any pill and improve her cultivation base. Even if it was a poisonous pill, as long as it did not kill her, she could still improve her cultivation base. This physique was really heaven-defying. As long as it was a pill, Bright Sparrow would not reject it regardless of the type. Whatever she ate, she would replenish herself. When others ate pills to heal their injuries, she could improve her magic power by consuming them. When others ate appearance-changing pills to disguise themselves, she could still improve her magic power by consuming them. When others poisoned her, she would absorb the pills to improve her magic power as long as the poison did not kill her. Any elixir could become a medium for her to raise her cultivation. In addition, she had the ability to search for treasures of heaven and earth. Along the way, she would always be able to find some precious elixirs. After consuming them, she would be able to increase her magic power. Her monstrous pill devil physique allowed her to eat everything in the world in just a few decades. She had completely adapted to the identity of a fifth revolution pill devil, and her magic power had broken through to the early divine transformation realm. Ningfan could imagine that as long as this little pill devil consumes enough pills, it would only be a matter of time before it breaks through to the void refinement realm and void fragmentation realm in the future. Of course, as Bright Sparrow's cultivation base increased, ordinary pills and spiritual herbs would no longer be able to help her advance. Right now, she was an early divine transformation realm cultivator, a low-grade fifth revolution pill devil. She could only continue to improve her cultivation by taking 10,000 years old spiritual herbs or pills that were above the fifth revolution. She was not an alchemist, so naturally, it was impossible for her to have a large number of fifth revolution pills to fill her stomach. She could only settle for the next best thing, which was to eat raw 10,000 years old spiritual herbs. The reason why he was selling the Min Luo fruit was because this little glutton did not have the money to buy the 10,000-year-old spirit medicine. The pill devil physique is really a heaven-defying physique. As long as you are given enough 6th and 7th revolution pills, breaking through to the void fragmentation realm is just a matter of time. Ningfan could not help but sigh. He did not have any special physique. If it wasn't because he had experienced countless dangers and seized countless opportunities, his cultivation speed would definitely not be as fast as little Bright Sparrow's. Ningfan did not ask too many questions about the physique. What he was more concerned about was Bright Sparrow's purpose of coming to the Endless Sea. He was sure that Bright Sparrow did not come to the Endless Sea to look for him. She should have another important purpose. Speaking of which, why did you come to the Endless Sea? Who is that Old Man Chu? Ningfan must find out the identity of Old Man Chu. If he is someone who harms Bright Sparrow, he naturally must get rid of him. Grandpa Chu is the high priest of the Sea Kong Demon Island, in the Internal Sea. As I can eat a lot, Grandpa Chu appointed me as the heaven-devouring island lord of the Sea Kong Demon Island. Those divine transformation realm servants are all rogue cultivators that Grandpa Chu brought me to capture. All of them have been planted with demon seals. They must listen to my orders. Otherwise, I will teach them a lesson. While eating a tuft of 10,000 years old purple yang ginseng raw, Bright Sparrow raised her small pink fist and looked at Ningfan with a smile. Since Ningfan had captured Devil Lord Scarlet Moon and made him her servant, she now had someone to train. She was very happy. In the past, the little pill devil who was as innocent as a piece of paper had been infected with the habits of devil cultivators in the Endless Sea. Sea Kong Demon Island. The High Priest. Ningfan shook his head speechlessly. He did not think that Old Man Chu appointed Bright Sparrow as the island lord of an island just because she could eat a lot. He patted his storage pouch and took out an ancient book. Its name was Sea Country Records. He had conveniently stolen it from the Ghost Eye clan. It was an ancient book that recorded the local customs and practices of all the islands in the Endless Sea. The Ghost Eye clan was the overlord of the Endless Sea before the Thunder Sovereign. Thus, they naturally had information about all the islands in the Endless Sea. In the Sea Country Records, there was a total of 103,000 islands in the Endless Sea. They were divided into 6 levels. Sea Kong Demon Island was a 5th-level island with divine transformation realm cultivators guarding it. According to the book, all the cultivators on Sea Kong Demon Island were demon cultivators. There was a gigantic ancient statue that was worshipped on the island. It was said that the former master of Sea Kong Demon Island was a powerful cultivator, who was the true spirit of the demon race, the immemorial Dark Sparrow. That powerful demon cultivator was called Seetsong. It was said that she was the princess of the immemorial Dark Sparrow clan of a certain generation. She possessed terrifying ancestral demon blood. All the demon cultivators on Sea Kong Demon Island could be considered as the descendants of Seetsong's demon slaves. They had been waiting for the princess to return. There had always been a high priest on the island. There was no island lord because the princess was the only one who could be the island lord. After reading the information, Ningfan frowned. Sure enough, there was a reason why Little Bright Sparrow became the island lord of Seekong Demon Island foolishly. Seekong Demon Island never had an island lord. There was only one explanation for Bright Sparrow becoming the island lord of the island. That old man Chu had regarded her as Princess Seetsong. Do you know Seetsong? Ning Fan kept the records of the sea countries and asked indifferently. When his calm words fell into Bright Sparrow's ears, her small face immediately froze. She stopped chewing on the 10,000 years old spiritual herb and asked in surprise. Brother Biscuit, how do you know this name? It's really strange. Grandpa Chu told me that my name was Seetsong in my previous life. However, this is a secret. I can't tell anyone about it. Previous life? Ning Fan looked at Bright Sparrow with a strange expression. Does this little pill devil have a previous life and current life? He suddenly thought of the large dark sparrow's remains in the dark sparrow's grave. This little pill devil had absorbed the power of the remains to possess the royal grade bloodline of Bright Sparrow. Perhaps, the dark sparrow's remains were left behind by Seetsong. From this perspective, after Seetsong died, he channeled his power into the pill and turned it into a pill devil. In that case, this little pill devil could also be regarded as the reincarnation of Seetsong. Little Bright Sparrow had known about these secrets for quite some time. If Ning Fan did not ask about it, she would not have taken the initiative to tell him. You didn't tell me about Seetsong's secret because you don't trust me? Ning Fan looked at Bright Sparrow with a playful expression and asked. No, of course not. Brother Biscuit is the most important person to me. How can I not trust you? Grandpa Chu said that the fewer people who know about this secret, the better. If I tell you, it will put you in danger. That's why I didn't dare to tell you. I'm afraid that I'll implicate you. But don't worry, brother. Grandpa Chu is my demon slave. He won't harm me. He's a trustworthy person. Bright Sparrow stuck out her tongue mischievously and looked at Ning Fan with a flattering expression. She explained in a flustered manner, afraid that Ning Fan would get angry. Ning Fan nodded, signaling her not to be nervous. Even though he did not know what kind of status Princess Seetsong had in the immemorial Dark Sparrow clan, he agreed with Old Man Chu's action of keeping this secret. For such a secret, the fewer people who know about it, the better. Whether Old Man Chu harbored evil intentions towards Bright Sparrow or not, Ning Fan would naturally be able to find out when he visits Seekong Island in the future. Ning Fan was also willing to believe that the cultivators of Seekong Demon Island were just a group of demon slaves who were waiting for the return of their master. They were Bright Sparrow's loyal servants without any disloyalty. This was the best-case scenario. However, if the people of Seekong Island harbored evil intentions towards Bright Sparrow, Ning Fan would not mind making them pay the price in blood. After learning about the cause and effect of Bright Sparrow's trip to the Endless Sea, Ning Fan remained silent for a while and sorted out his thoughts. Now that I've met Bright Sparrow by chance, I'll bring her along and take care of her in the future to prevent her from being harmed by others. Little Bright Sparrow was chewing on a tuft of 60,000 years old blue moon grass. It was the one that Ning Fan had just bought. Even though this blue moon grass was old, it could only be used to concoct divine transformation realm pills. To Ning Fan it was useless. Thus, he just let Bright Sparrow eat it. What caught Ning Fan's attention was the moonlight marble that grew together with the blue moon grass. The palm-sized stone shone with a soul-stirring luster. This was no ordinary stone. Sealed within it was the moon power inheritance of a powerful being, and the energy contained within it was no small matter. This time, if it wasn't for Bright Sparrow who recognized the extraordinariness of the stone and bid 100 million for the blue moon grass, Ning Fan might not have noticed the profoundness of this stone and would certainly miss out on such a good item. With his eyesight, he could roughly estimate that the total amount of moonlight power inherited from the stone was equivalent to the magic power of a void-pierced stage-old monster. If a cultivator who practiced moonlight cultivation methods absorbs all the moon power in the stone and refines it into his own magic power, he could definitely obtain void-pierced stage magic power. If it was Bright Sparrow who swallowed this stone instead, she could absorb nearly 1% of the moon power with her abnormal pill devil physique. Even though she did not practice moonlight cultivation methods, it would be enough for her to break through to the mid-divine transformation realm. If it is an ordinary cultivator like Ningfan, he would not be able to obtain any benefits from the stone. After recognizing the usage of this stone, Ningfan was almost certain about its usage. It would be a waste to let Bright Sparrow consume this stone. However, if it is given to Yu Lingkong, the effect would certainly be extremely significant. Ningfan activated his black flames and calcined the stone, extracting the moon power from it. Eventually, he extracted a fingernail-sized moonlight gem from the stone. The power contained in this tiny piece of moonlight gem was equivalent to the total magic power of an absolute void stage-old monster. After consuming the Void Inquiry pill, Yu Lingkong's day of attaining the Void Inquiry stage was just around the corner. If she consumes this moonlight gem after that, would she have the chance to break through to the absolute void stage? Being able to obtain such a moonlight gem in this auction was really an unexpected gain. Bright Sparrow looked at the translucent moonlight gem and swallowed her saliva. She really wanted to eat this gem in one bite. Ningfan looked at her charmingly naive look and gently flicked her forehead. Then he said in a doting tone, "This is only equivalent to the medicinal power of tens of fifth revolution pills. It's a little overkill. I have another use for this item. You can still break through to the mid-divine transformation realm after consuming these pills. Take them as compensation for me taking this moonlight gem." He patted his storage pouch and took out a few bottles of fifth revolution pills, passing them to Bright Sparrow. Even though they were separated by the jade bottles, Bright Sparrow could still smell the fragrance of the pills sealed in the bottles. Immediately, she showed a cute and greedy expression. "Wow, so many pill biscuits. Are they all for me?" Happiness came too suddenly. Bright Sparrow found it a little hard to believe. These pill biscuits are all for you. In the future you will follow me. Don't run around anymore. I will often concoct pills for you to eat. Is that okay?" Ningfan played with the pill bottles and tried to seduce the little pill devil. "All right. I will follow Brother Biscuit from now on. I will never run around anymore. However, Brother is wrong. These aren't pill biscuits. They should be pill biscuits." Ningfan did not care what kind of biscuits they were, be it black or white biscuits. As long as they could appease the little pill devil and stop her from running around, it was a good biscuit. The sky was already dark. He patted Bright Sparrow's little head and prepared to leave so that she could rest early. However, before he could walk out of the room, he was suddenly stopped by Bright Sparrow. "Brother Biscuit, there's a bad biscuit inside." "A bad biscuit?" Ningfan could guess that the bad biscuit Bright Sparrow was referring to was a spoiled pill. Following Bright Sparrow's finger, a slightly charred pill was quietly placed inside one of the jade bottles. Little Bright Sparrow did not even need to open the seal of the jade bottle to know the type and quality of the pill inside. Her sense of smell was really heaven-defying. That charred pill was the Lianqing pill that Emoshio failed to concoct during the third round of the pill ceremony. With a thought, Ningfan kept it with him. When he took out the pill for Bright Sparrow this time, he accidentally mixed up the bottles of the defective pills and took out the Lianqing pill by mistake. This is a defective pill. You can't eat it. The main ingredient of the Lianqing pill is quite rare, and its medicinal effect is even more mysterious. It can increase the strength of a pill refinement master's medicine soul. Unfortunately, Emoshio had concocted it into a defective pill. Otherwise, if I consume this pill, it would be greatly beneficial for me to attain the 6th revolution pill refinement realm. Ningfan stretched out his hand, wanting to keep the pill bottle. However, Bright Sparrow's soft and smooth little hand held his big hand. Bright Sparrow's big, bright eyes flickered with a mysterious smile. "Brother, do you really want to eat this biscuit? I have a way to turn this bad biscuit into a good biscuit." "Turn it into a good biscuit? Really?" Ningfan could speculate that the so-called good biscuit was most likely referring to a perfectly intact pill. Does Bright Sparrow mean that she has a way to turn a defective pill into a perfect one? As long as one is a pill refinement master, there will always be times when they make mistakes and concoct a defective pill. The toxicity of a defective pill was greater than its medicinal effect. It was completely worthless. Rumor has it that in ancient times, there were some pill devils who possessed the ability to purify defective pills. They could purify a defective pill into a perfect one. However, pill devils were rare in the first place. It was said that there might not even be one pill devil in a million people who could purify a defective pill. If Little Bright Sparrow could really purify a defective pill into a perfect one, it would really be heaven-defying. Of course it's true. Bright Sparrow puffed up her cheeks. She was very dissatisfied with Ning Fan's doubt. She opened the pill bottle and took out a charred defective pill. Then she placed it on her soft palm. She raised her hand. Immediately, traces of clear silver starlight rose from the center of her palm. The starlight rose and formed a mysterious whirlpool, extracting the toxicity and flaws of the defective pill bit by bit. Under the entanglement of the starlight, the charred mark on the defective pill gradually disappeared. What replaced it was a smooth and round luster. After the time it takes for an incense stick to burn, the charred pill turned into a perfect Lianqing pill. This is for you. Little Bright Sparrow handed the Lianqing pill to Ning Fan, waiting for his praise. Ning Fan looked at the Lianqing pill and clicked his tongue in admiration. This Lianqing pill was purified from a defective pill. Thus, its medicinal power was naturally weaker than a perfectly concocted Lianqing pill. It only had about 70% of its original medicinal power. Even so, the ability to purify a defective pill was still an eye-opener for Ning Fan. He had only heard about this ability in ancient books. It was his first time seeing it with his own eyes. Inwardly, he felt that this little pill devil's physique was a little heaven-defying. She had the royal grade immemorial dark sparrow bloodline. If she had the chance, she might even break through to the ancestral grade and become the old ancestor of the Bright Sparrow clan. Not only did she have a strong physical body that was unrivaled at the same level as her, but she also mastered the ability to purify defective pills. This little foodie is really too heaven-defying. If this little foodie grows up, her future will be limitless. Praise me. When Little Bright Sparrow saw that Ning Fan did not praise her, she puffed up her cheeks to express her dissatisfaction. Good girl. Ning Fan patted Bright Sparrow's little head. She looked like she enjoyed it very much and revealed a sweet smile. She had decided to follow Ning Fan from now on and never leave him. Ning Fan did not hide the fact that he was about to break through to the 6th Revolution pill refinement realm from her. When she thought that Ning Fan was about to become a 6th Revolution biscuit refinement master, Little Bright Sparrow revealed a greedy expression and kept swallowing her saliva. If she could eat the pill biscuits made by Ning Fan every day, it would certainly be the happiest thing in her life. Chapter 475. Little Ming Ke ate the 5th Revolution pills as if they were beans. She finally calmed down and stopped running around in the Mist Horn clan. As for Ning Fan, he went into the profound Yin world for seclusion. He had bought the Azure Cold Chi from the auction, and Little Ming Ke had given him the profound Yin Chi. The 2 types of heavenly cold Chi were all assimilated into his body. In the past, Ning Fan longed for the profound Yin Chi to improve his cultivation base. Now, however, the profound Yin Chi had almost no effect on his cultivation base. Among the heavenly cold Chi, the profound Yin Chi was ranked 9th while the green cold Chi was ranked 10th. Each of them increased Ning Fan's magic power by 1,000 units. However, to Ning Fan, whose magic power was more than 650,000 units, it was naturally insignificant. However, with the integration of 2 types of cold air, the power of the flame was still quite considerable. Ning Fan had already gathered 11 types of heavenly frost cold Chi. He only lacked the first cold Chi, mending heaven heart. Ning Fan had already collected 10 types of earth vein demonic flames. He only lacked the 1st and 5th ranked demonic flames, the earth blazing flame and the North Pole flame. The earth vein demonic fire, ranked 5th, could probably be bought somewhere, but the cold Chi and demonic fire, ranked 1st, were extremely rare. Although they were only rank 5 spiritual items, it was said that they were more powerful than most rank 6 spiritual items. For it to be ranked 1st, how could it be ordinary? The Arctic flame was fine, but whether or not he could find the heaven-repairing heart and the earth-blazing flame depended on his luck. The acquisition of heaven and earth treasures is related to luck. Obtaining the first heavenly frost and the first demonic fire all depended on one's luck. The path of cultivation requires a calm heart. If I get it, I'm lucky. If I don't, it's fate. Opportunities cannot be forced. The only thing that can be changed is one's own attitude. Ningfan calmed himself down, and his heart became as calm as still water. For 3 days in a row he didn't do anything else. He just let his body shine with a golden light and circulated his mana, combing through every inch of his body. Once he obtained the 4th slate, he would be able to truly break through to the golden body realm. With enough pills, he could break through the bottleneck at any time. Everything was ready except for the devil chi of the last slate. The devil marks on his back emitted a scorching heat. Ningfan speculated that if he could obtain the 4th slate and devour the 4th trace of devil chi, his devil marks would advance to the next level, and the pattern of the mist horn would appear once again. 6 Wings, Giant Devil Clan, Ghost Eye Clan and Mist Horn Clan. Ningfan only asked Fan Chi to awaken the ability of the 6 Wings to increase his speed. As for the other 3 devil pattern divine abilities, they were dispensable to him. If there was time, he could awaken the other devil concubines. If there was no opportunity, he could just ignore them for now. 3 days later, Ningfan suddenly stood up and left the profound Yin world. In the outside world, the night sky was drifting. Ningfan left the guest house and flew towards one of the forbidden grounds of the Mist Horn clan. His speed was too exquisite. None of the Ghost Eye experts could detect his arrival. It was a heavily guarded forbidden area. Within the formation light, there was no one guarding it. It was a paradise with beautiful mountains and clear waters. Between the mountains and the mountains, there was a lake that occupied an area of over 1,000 acres. It was called Plain Azure Lake, and the spiritual energy there was overwhelming. It was an excellent holy land for cultivation. On Plain Azure Lake, the night was dim and a pleasure boat was drifting in the middle of the lake. A beautiful woman that was ethereal and graceful like a dragon sat on the pleasure boat. She sat leisurely by the jade table while holding a jade cup and drinking by herself. And her cheeks were flushed red as if she was drunk. There were 12 silver-scaled flood dragons resting in the lake. Each of them had a half-step void refinement realm cultivation base. They seemed to be the spiritual pets of the beautiful woman. As soon as they sensed Ningfan's arrival, the 12 silver-scaled flood dragons felt a wave of aura force that originated from their bloodline. All of them began to tremble. The beautiful woman was slightly surprised. She raised her eyes and looked at the sky. There, a white-robed young man came to her under the cover of the night. Fellow Taoist seems to have some kind of demon blood in your body. Moreover, the grade of your blood is quite high. These 12 flood dragons of mine are all wild beasts with true blood. They have never been afraid of anyone. However, they were subdued by fellow Taoist's aura force. Su Yan smiled enchantingly. Dong. Ningfan landed on the bow of the pleasure boat. He just smiled at Su Yan's words and did not comment on it. Su Yan also did not ask about Ningfan's secrets. The purpose of her meeting with Ningfan today was definitely not to talk about demon blood. She gently waved her hand and scooped up a handful of lake water from the lake. She used her magic power to condense it into a jade cup and filled it with black wine. Then, she placed it on the opposite side of the jade table. Ningfan sat down with his legs crossed and held the cup of spiritual wine. However, he did not drink it immediately. After sniffing it gently, he found out that it was a type of spiritual wine of a high grade, and it was not poisonous. Fellow Taoist is really a cautious person. Could it be that you are afraid that I will poison it? Su Yan pursed her lips into a smile. I'm just used to it. Ningfan did not say much. He drank the spiritual wine in one gulp. With just a sip, the level of his physical body improved a little. After a moment of surprise, he nodded his head in approval. He was very satisfied with this spiritual wine. So it's brewed using devil bone flowers. No wonder this wine has a dark color, but it tastes as sweet as honey when it enters the mouth. Moreover, it has the miraculous effect of improving one's body refinement level. The devil bone flowers that are used to brew this wine are at least 70,000 years old. This is really rare. Ordinary devil bone flowers will definitely wither before they reach 50,000 years of age. Only in a place where devil creatures are wreaking havoc would there be devil bone flowers that are more than 50,000 years old. Fellow Taoist, you have a good eye. This is the devil bone wine that I brewed myself. It is brewed using 70,000 years old devil bone flowers. Normally, devil bone flowers are unable to grow to 70,000 years old. However, the situation of our Mist Horn clan is unique. We have a small kiliacosm that raises countless devil spirits. The devil energy in that small kiliacosm is very dense, and many magic herbs can grow to an extremely high age. Su Yan did not intend to conceal the existence of the small kiliacosm broken world. Many devil cultivators of the internal endless sea had heard of the Mist Horn clan's small kiliacosm broken world. It was a sacred place where magic herbs grew. The demonic horn orchid was transplanted from the small kiliacosm broken world. In the rain world, only the Mist Horn clan possessed this kind of magic herb. Mo Ling. Without batting an eyelid, Ning Fan activated his mind-reading technique to steal information from Su Yan's mind. As it turned out, there were no old ancestors in the Mist Horn clan. There were only 3 Void Refinement Realm experts, including Su Yan. However, in the Mist Horn clan's small kiliacosm, they reared a large number of devil spirits. These devil spirits were special living beings reared using the devil clan's secret technique, and they obeyed the orders of the Mist Horn clan's cultivators. When the Mist Horn clan was in danger, they could act as the last line of defense to protect the Mist Horn clan. In the Mist Horn broken world, there were at least 10 million devil spirits, and their cultivation was at least at the Gold Core realm. There were about 100,000 nascent soul fiend spirits. There were about 800 divine transformation realm devil spirits. There were 15 void refinement realm devil spirits, and 7 of them were at the void inquiry stage. As soon as these devil spirits were born, they would form a contract with the leader of the Mist Horn clan and serve him as their master. The cultivation level of the devil spirits had always been the greatest secret of the Mist Horn clan. Only the leader of the clan knew about it. The outside world only knew that the Mist Horn broken world had devil spirits and was suitable for growing devil medicines. However, they did not know that the Mist Horn clan had reared 15 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits. Ning Fan accidentally stole such a huge secret from Su Yan's mind. His expression did not change, but he was inwardly surprised. As expected, the Mist Horn clan was not as simple as it seemed on the surface. Once someone dares to touch the Mist Horn clan, there would be 15 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits to kill the intruder. Among the 15 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits, 8 of them were at the Void Glimpse stage. However, the 7 Void Inquiry stage devil spirits were not to be underestimated. With Ning Fan's current strength, it was certainly impossible for him to resist the joint attack of 7 Void Inquiry stage experts. Not using force against the Mist Horn clan was indeed the right decision. Fellow Taoist Zhou, I have a question that I would like to ask you. I wonder if you can clear it up for me? Su Yan requested. There is no one else here. If Miss Su has something to say, why don't you speak your mind? Fellow Taoist Zhou, do you feel that there is a subtle connection between you and me? To be honest, I have already sensed your existence the moment you entered Tai Chi City. This is truly strange. I've never met fellow Taoist before this, so why do I have such a subtle connection with fellow Taoist? Miss, where do you think this connection comes from? Ning Fan did not answer her question but asked her a question instead. I don't know. Su Yan's cheeks turned slightly red, but she hid it quietly. Actually, she had read through the ancient books of her clan. According to the records, there were some methods in the devil race that could allow 2 strangers to form a contract and sense each other's soul. The most common contract was the oath between the Tao companions of the devil race. Rumor has it that as long as a pair of Tao companions of the devil race falls in love with each other, they would make a blood oath and form a contract. Even after 7 generations, the 2 of them would still sense each other's soul, and they would meet again one day. Su Yan naturally did not know that she was the Mist Horn devil concubine, while Ning Fan was the bearer of Mo Luo's blood. She just thought that she had formed a contract with Ning Fan in her previous life, and they used to be Tao companions for a lifetime. That was why she had this kind of connection. Even though she was the leader of a clan, she was still a woman after all. Naturally, she was too embarrassed to tell Ning Fan, whom she had just met for the second time. Hey, listen to me. We were Tao companions in our previous lives. We were husband and wife. That's why we have this connection. Su Yan let out a sigh and gently shook her head. Even though she had married Ning Fan in her previous life, she had never thought of marrying him in this life. She did not want this connection between their souls. The reason why she came to Ning Fan this time was to cut off the connection between them. She was the leader of a clan. Her whereabouts must be kept a secret. She also had to choose the place where she usually goes into seclusion with extreme caution. Now that Ning Fan had a connection with her, he might be able to find out where she was hiding in seclusion just by using this connection. To a cultivator, it was not safe. For example, on the day when Ning Fan sneaked into the Mist Horn clan, Su Yan had already sensed Ning Fan's arrival. With this connection, Ning Fan's whereabouts would also be exposed. Su Yan put herself in his shoes. She felt that Ning Fan must also want to cut off the connection between them, because no cultivator would be willing to let others know their whereabouts, right? Miss Su, do you want to cut off this connection between us? Ning Fan fiddled with the jade cup in his hand while looking at Su Yan with a playful expression. He had already seen through all of her thoughts with his mind-reading technique. Su Yan was slightly surprised, but she nodded without denying it. That's right. Fellow Taoist and I have just met by chance. This connection also came out of nowhere. It's better for both of us to cut off this connection, isn't it? If Miss Su insists on cutting off the connection between us, I certainly have no objection. However, I wonder if Miss Su has a way to cut off this connection? Could it be that you want to borrow the power of the devil statue slate? Ning Fan stealthily directed the topic to the slate. Su Yan was immediately stunned. Then, she pursed her lips and smiled. Fellow Taoist, you must be joking. The devil statue slate of my Mist Horn clan doesn't have the ability to cut off this connection. It's just a slate that can't be deciphered. In my Mist Horn broken world, there's a place called the Devil Mist Pond. The devil chi in the pond is extremely strong. It's the place where every generation of the clan leader of the Mist Horn clan planted a contract with the devil spirit. Since the contract can be planted, it can naturally be erased as well. The connection between me and fellow Taoist is probably some kind of contract of the devil race that was planted in my previous life. Perhaps I can use the power of the Devil Mist Pond to erase this connection. When Su Yan heard that Ning Fan was willing to cut off the connection between them, she naturally heaved a sigh of relief. If Ning Fan refuses, she would not be able to threaten him to cut off the connection. While Su Yan was explaining, Ning Fan activated his yin-yang locket and used the mind-reading technique to pry into all kinds of information in her mind. Since he mentioned the devil statue slate, Su Yan could not help but think about the information about it. According to the information, after the devil statue slate was born, it was sealed in the Mist Horn broken world by Su Yan. Coincidentally, it was also sealed in a concealed grand formation near the Devil Mist Pond. The Mist Horn broken world was the biggest forbidden area of the Mist Horn clan. Only the clan leaders of each generation could enter it as they wish with the token. Ning Fan was an outsider. Even if he had extraordinary means, he would not be able to enter the small kiliocosm of others. Su Yan wanted to bring Ning Fan into the Mist Horn broken world, to erase the soul connection between them. This gave Ning Fan a chance to directly steal the devil statue slate. Once he obtains the fourth slate, Ning Fan could immediately go into seclusion and break through to the golden body refining realm. When Su Yan saw Ning Fan's thoughtful expression, she thought that he was worried about encountering danger in the Mist Horn broken world. She could understand that. The Mist Horn broken world was the forbidden area of the Mist Horn clan. Outsiders could not enter and exit it as they wish. There were also tens of millions of devil spirits inside the broken world. Moreover, there were also 15 Void Refinement Realm experts who obeyed Su Yan's orders. Once these devil spirits obey Su Yan's orders and attack Ning Fan, he would be in an unpredictable situation. Under such circumstances, even if Ning Fan was worried about his safety after entering the broken world, Su Yan also felt that it was normal. She took out an exquisite jade token and showed it to Ning Fan while explaining. This is my token as the leader of the Mist Horn clan. With this token, you can enter and leave the Mist Horn broken world at any time. Before entering the broken world, I will temporarily hand this token to you for safekeeping. If you feel that your safety cannot be guaranteed in the broken world, you can use this token to leave at any time. You don't need to worry about your safety anymore. Oh, Since Miss Su said so, I'm not worried about my safety anymore. May I ask Miss Su, when are we going to enter the broken world? If fellow Taoist is willing, why don't we enter the broken world tonight? Su Yan requested. All right. Ning Fan nodded his head, agreeing to Su Yan's request. The two of them put down their jade cups and stood up, intending to leave the pleasure boat. Ning Fan sent out a message transmitting flying sword to inform Ming Ke to wait for him at the Mist Horn clan, and not to wander around. Ning Fan did not know how long it would take to erase the connection between them. However, it was necessary to inform Ming Quebec. Just as the message transmitting flying sword flew out, a cold and stern voice of a man suddenly resounded from outside the formation light of the plain green lake. Clan leader, isn't it a little inappropriate to let an outsider enter the broken world of our Mist Horn clan? Chi, a burly man in black armor, tore open the grand formation and forcefully broke into the plain green lake. As soon as he arrived, he heard the last few sentences between Su Yan and Ning Fan. After knowing that the two of them had the intention to go to the broken world together, he immediately showed himself with the intention to stop them. This burly man's chi was restrained and vigorous. Void power was faintly flowing around his body. His chi was weak, but he had the aura force of a void inquiry stage expert. It was as if he had just broken through to the void inquiry stage not long ago. As soon as Su Yan saw the intruder, her pretty face turned cold. However, when she saw his cultivation base, her beautiful eyes were filled with surprise. Xiamo, you have broken through to the void inquiry stage. The intruder was the third void refinement realm expert of the Mist Horn clan. He was Xiamo, who had always been on bad terms with Su Yan. When this Xiamo was still at the void glimpse stage, he already dared to look down on Su Yan. Now that he had broken through to the void inquiry stage, his attitude became even more arrogant. He actually dared to tear apart the grand formation that Su Yan had set up and trespass into her forbidden area. You are not allowed to enter the broken world of my clan. Otherwise, don't blame me for being merciless. Xiamo stood in the sky, looking down at Ning Fan and said arrogantly, being merciless. Ning Fan's tone was indifferent. He did not put Xiamo in his eyes at all. How dare you? Xiamo's eyes flashed with anger. The devil chi around his body seemed to be boiling. He pressed his finger down, and the devil chi turned into a 10,000 zhang tall mountain which was shrouded in black chi, pressing down on Ning Fan's head. This giant mountain was a low-grade mortal void magic technique. However, when it was used by a void inquiry stage expert like Xiamo, its strength was comparable to a void inquiry stage attack. It was more than enough to suppress ordinary void glimpse stage experts. From Xiamo's point of view, even if this mountain could not hurt Ning Fan, it was enough to teach him a lesson and make him retreat. However, he did not expect that Ning Fan would only raise his fist and throw a punch at the sky while facing the Devil Mountain. 3/4 of his body shone with golden light. His physical body had yet to attain the golden body refining realm. However, after devouring the devil chi from the 3 slates, the strength of his punch was already infinitely close to that of a second-level golden body refining realm attack. With just a single punch, Xiamo's half-baked Devil Mountain was directly shattered into countless pieces by Ning Fan. Xiamo's eyes widened in surprise. He had never expected that his full-powered attack would be so easily broken by Ning Fan. Ning Fan's strength seemed to be even stronger than the rumors. He could already tell that Ning Fan's strength was just as the rumors said. His strength was indeed unfathomable. However, it was precisely because of this that Xiamo was even more reluctant to let Ning Fan enter the Mist Horn broken world. In case he destroyed the plan that he had been preparing for many years. He still wanted to attack Ning Fan, but Su Yan gently stood in front of him and said coldly, Xiamo, I'm the clan leader, but you dare to hurt my esteemed guest. Do you think that you can be on equal footing with me after attaining the void inquiry stage? Humph. Su Yan let out a soft snort. An unimaginable aura force suddenly shook Xiamo, causing her inner chi to churn, and her chi to stagnate. Her eyes were filled with shock. Xiamo did not expect Su Yan's chi to be so strong. Even though she was also a void inquiry stage expert, she was not far away from attaining the void pierce stage. She was definitely not comparable to Xiemo, who had just attained the void inquiry stage. If Su Yan gets angry, she could forcefully suppress Xiemo here and teach him a lesson. Even though you are a void refinement realm expert of my clan, you are still under my jurisdiction. If you dare to offend me again, I will surely punish you severely without any mercy. You may leave now. Fellow Taoist Zhou is a trustworthy person. I'm the one who allowed him to enter the broken world. You can't stop him. Even though Su Yan was dissatisfied with Xiemo, he was also a member of the Misthorn clan. He was an indispensable combat force of the clan. As the clan leader, she could only punish him at most but not kill him. Understood. I'll take my leave now. Xiemo clenched his fists and clenched his teeth. Then he cupped his fists and left. Currently he was still not Su Yan's opponent. Thus he could not anger her in front of her. He could only wait until she enters the broken world again. Since Ning Fan insisted on entering the Mist Horn broken world today, it's fine. I'll let Ning Fan and Su Yan die together. After Xiemo left, Su Yan smiled apologetically at Ning Fan. It's my fault for not being strict enough. Xiemo didn't offend fellow Taoist out of malice. I hope fellow Taoists can forgive him for my sake. Just now, when Xiemo was about to attack Ning Fan already had killing intent towards him. His aura force had yet to rise, but it already gave Su Yan an extremely dangerous feeling. Su Yan immediately realized that if Ning Fan gets angry, his strength would be even stronger than Xiemo. If the matter continues, Ning Fan would probably kill Xiemo on the spot, just like how he killed Shikuran and Mo Xiao. The reason why Su Yan punished Xiemo was actually to save him and prevent the matter from developing in a worse direction. Even if she was not on good terms with Xiemo, she was unwilling to see her clansmen get killed by Ning Fan. Fellow Taoist Zhou, don't worry. I will compensate fellow Taoist for Shimo's offense. I will certainly satisfy you. Compensate? What kind of compensation? Ning Fan's brows loosened. He was extremely disgusted with Xiemo. If it wasn't for Su Yan, he would definitely not let him go. He had no choice. Xiemo was Su Yan's subordinate. If Ning Fan kills him, she would probably hate him for the rest of her life. Su Yan was also one of Ning Fan's devil concubines. He did not want her to hate him. After entering the broken world this time, I will look for some good devil herbs and brew devil wine for you to drink. It will be considered as compensation. I wonder if fellow Taoist is satisfied with this compensation? The wine brewed by a beauty adds fragrance to the red sleeves. I am somewhat looking forward to this compensation. Ning Fan smiled playfully while Su Yan's eyes were filled with slight displeasure. She was actually verbally teased by Ning Fan. With her identity, she could suppress countless old monsters with a wave of her hand. Who would dare to tease her? This Ning Fan was really too audacious. Swoosh! Su Yan waved her palm gently. Traces of void power turned into black smoke, enveloping the two of them, and bringing them a great distance away in an instant. It was a void teleportation technique that borrowed the power of the void. Only void inquiry stage old monsters could use this technique. Its speed was much faster than the ordinary teleportation of divine transformation realm cultivators. The two of them arrived at an empty forbidden area of the Misthorn clan. Su Yan took out the clan leader's token and gently waved it. A door of light appeared out of nowhere. Then, she handed the token to Ning Fan and gave him an enchanting smile. The token is in fellow Taoist's hand. You can enter the broken world without worry. Unless the broken world collapses, even I cannot detain fellow Taoist in the broken world. Ning Fan nodded his head and took the token. Then he followed Su Yan into the door of light. At the next moment, the door closed. To be honest, even without the token, Ning Fan was not afraid of entering the broken world at all. First of all, Su Yan was a woman. If something happens to her, it would not be difficult for Ning Fan to capture her with his bewitching technique with his current strength. Secondly, Ning Fan was not afraid of the 15 void refinement realm devil spirits inside the broken world. He might not be able to fight against 15 ferocious beasts head-on. However, with the heaven-deceiving cloak, he could turn invisible at will. With the wind mist finger, it was absolutely a piece of cake for him to tear a hole in the broken world. Most importantly, Ning Fan could see through Su Yan's true thoughts. She did not have the intention to harm him at all. After a ray of light, the two of them appeared in the mist-horn broken world. It was a world of devil chi with dark clouds covering the sky and devil mountains stretching endlessly. Inside the broken world, there were 10,000 mountains and countless devil spirits resided there. This is the broken world of my clan, Su Yan explained with a faint smile. However, before she could finish her words, the entire mist-horn broken world suddenly shook violently. Fissures tore through the earth and sky. Su Yan's face turned pale. She did not expect that this was actually the sign of the broken world. How could this be? That's right. How could Su Yan expect that the broken world would actually collapse just after she entered it with Ning Fan? Ning Fan's eyes turned grim. He also did not expect to encounter such an accident just after he entered the broken world. He activated the clan leader's token in his hand, but he could not leave the broken world. Even when he activated a wisp of wind mist, he could not tear a path to leave. He gave Su Yan a deep look. Su Yan immediately explained. Fellow Taoist Joe, please don't misunderstand me. The collapse of the broken world has nothing to do with me. Really, this should just be an accident. I know. Ning Fan casually tossed the clan leader's token back to Su Yan. This token was already useless. However, the collapse of the broken world this time shouldn't be an accident. Miss Su, please take a look. Ning Fan casually pointed at the direction of the 100,000 mountains. Countless devil spirits soared into the sky and surrounded Ning Fan and Su Yan. Their auras were ferocious as if they were going to attack the two of them. A dark mass of tens of millions of devil spirits attacked without fear of death. In front of the group of devil spirits, there were 15 extremely strong auras. Each of them was at the Void Refinement Realm. Clan Leader Su, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Since you're already here, there's no need for you to leave. Just leave your life here. The target of these devil spirits was not Ning Fan but Su Yan. Chapter 476. Su Yan did not expect that the mist-horn broken world would actually collapse as soon as she entered it. Moreover, she was targeted by the killing intent of millions of devil spirits. Could it be that all the devil spirits had rebelled? She tried to activate the contract, but she could not sense its existence. It seemed like the contract had been destroyed. If the contract was still there, she could execute all the rebelling devil spirits with a single thought. If the contract is destroyed, all the devil spirits would regain their freedom and would no longer listen to her orders. However, only the clan leader of the devil spirits in the mist-horn broken world could use the devil mist pawn to plant and destroy the contract. The devil spirits themselves could not violate the contract. Su Yan was not a fool. She immediately agreed with Ning Fan's deduction. The collapse of the broken world and the rebellion of the devil spirits were not an accident. Someone was plotting against her. After every devil spirit is born, they would sign a contract with the previous clan leader of the Mist-Horn clan. They must never violate the orders of the clan leader. These vile creatures can actually destroy the contract and rebel against me. The reason behind this is definitely not simple. All the contracts had been erased. At this critical moment, how could Su Yan not understand that a huge change had occurred in the broken world? The contracts of the devil spirits would not disappear for no reason. Who was the one who plotted against her? How did your demon spirit contract get erased? Su Yan asked with a cold expression. Her cold voice spread across 100,000 li. Who said that our contracts were destroyed? Our contracts just changed owners, and we have a new owner. Now, the millions of devil spirits in the mist-horn broken world are no longer loyal to you. They are only loyal to another person. A person who can give us a future and freedom. A person who can bring glory to the Mist-Horn clan. More than 10 gloomy voices echoed from the distant sky. In that direction, 15 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits were approaching at an extremely fast speed. All of them locked their killing intent on Su Yan while sneering incessantly. As for Ning Fan, the 15 old monsters merely glanced at him indifferently. When they saw that he was just a half-step Void Refinement Realm junior, they no longer paid attention to him. After hearing that these devil spirits did not destroy the contract, but transferred it to another member of the Misthorn clan. Su Yan's eyes were filled with astonishment. Could it be that the rebellion of the devil spirits this time was actually her clan members who plotted against her? Who is your new owner? It's Lord Xiemo. Since clan leader Su has come to the broken world, there's no need for you to leave. We're under General Shimo's order to ensure that clan leader Su's life remains here. Ningfan's eyes turned cold. He finally understood why Xiemo stopped him from entering the broken world. It turned out that he did not want him to interfere with the plan to kill Su Yan. Su Yan bit her lip so hard that it almost bled. She felt a chill in her heart. Although she had always been at odds with Xiemo, she still treated him as one of her own. She had always known that Xiemo was dissatisfied with her, but she had never expected that Xiemo would betray her, plot against her, and even dare to scheme against her life. Su Yan's beautiful eyes were filled with frost. She hated Ximeo's betrayal to the extreme. Xiemo? Humph. If I don't die and leave this broken world, I will make Xiemo pay the price. Haha, you'll need to be alive to leave this place. Boom. 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 Waves after waves of powerful void refinement realm attacks came from all directions. The powerful waves of magic techniques tore the sky apart and blocked all of Su Yan's escape routes, leaving no gaps. Even though Su Yan had a Void Inquiry stage cultivation base, and was close to breaking through to the Void Pierce stage, she was still no match for 15 Void Refinement Realm experts. Facing the attacks of 15 Void Refinement Realm experts, Su Yan showed no fear. She patted her storage pouch, preparing to take out her natal magic treasure to counterattack. However, she was shocked to find that all the magic treasures in her storage pouch were gone. When she was in seclusion before, she had given her storage pouch to a Void Glimpse stage elder, Gui Jiao, asking him to help her repair her magic treasures. After the auction, Gui Jiao had already returned the pouch to her. Now Su Yan did not have any magic treasures with her. Naturally, it was Gui Jiao's doing. It seemed like Xiemo was not the only expert in the Mist Horn clan who rebelled this time. Gui Jiao was also involved. Without any magic treasures with her, and being betrayed by her own people, Su Yan showed a helpless expression for the first time. She did not know if she could withstand the attacks of the 15 people today. Even if she could, what could she do? The broken world had already collapsed. She did not know if there was still an exit that led to the outside world. Even if there was, Su Yan would not be able to find the exit in such a short time. Even if she could withstand this attack, the 15 Void Refinement Realm experts would continue to attack her until she died. Damn it! Su Yan gently opened her mouth and shot out a ray of purple light. It was a small purple copper shield with overwhelming spiritual chi. It was a mid-grade mortal void stage defensive magic treasure. It was strong enough to defend against a Void Inquiry stage attack. Before this, it was left in Su Yan's dantian to be nourished with magic power as it was not damaged. Now it had become her last life-saving magic treasure. The small shield turned into a ray of purple light, and spread out layers of purple light barriers in the sky. 15 Void Refinement Realm attacks landed on the light barriers, shattering them. The powerful collision turned into a hurricane that swept across the land of 100,000 li. Crack 15 Void Refinement Realm attacks broke through the layers of defense of the small shield. In the end, they landed on the body of the shield, causing countless cracks to appear on it. Seeing that the small shield could not withstand the attacks, Su Yan gritted her teeth and detonated it with a pinch of her fingers. The self-destruction of a mid-grade mortal void stage magic treasure set off layers of fire waves. Finally, she managed to block the 15 attacks. However, Su Yan felt something sweet in her throat and coughed out a mouthful of blood. The backlash she received from the destruction of her small life shield was certainly not light. Her chi was stagnant due to her injuries. For a moment, she could only use less than 30% of her magic power. She no longer had the chance to escape. Knowing that it would be difficult for her to escape today, Su Yan's only regret was that she had implicated Ningfan, who was an outsider. She smiled apologetically at Ningfan. Her eyes were filled with the determination to die. As the leader of a clan, she was also considered a heroine. She was not afraid of death. Fellow Taoist Zhou, I'm sorry. This time, I've implicated you. If I knew this would happen, I wouldn't have let you enter the broken world. Next, I will ignite my primordial spirit and do my best. I will certainly be able to hold them off for a while. Fellow Taoist, quickly take the token of the clan leader and escape. Perhaps you will have the chance to find an exit somewhere else in the broken world. If you activate the token, you might be able to escape. Su Yan stuffed the token of the clan leader into Ning Fan's chest. Then, she took light steps and shielded Ning Fan behind her, leaving him with only her back view. This back view was obviously delicate and weak. However, she had shouldered the fate of a clan countless times. Today, she was going to protect Ning Fan and help him escape. Ning Fan held the token. His eyes flashed with a hint of surprise. Su Yan is a good woman. It's a pity that she will die here. All of a sudden, he took a big step forward and held her waist. Then he teased her. Miss Su hasn't brewed the devil wine for me yet. You can't die here. How about I bring you away? 8 gigantic black fire wings suddenly appeared on Ning Fan's back. With a flap of the wings, he dashed towards a certain direction at a speed comparable to a void inquiry stage expert. All the devil spirit's attention was focused on Su Yan. No one paid attention to Ning Fan. Ning Fan's sudden burst of speed shocked everyone. Each of the old monsters looked at Ning Fan in disbelief. No one had expected that Ning Fan, who was just a half-step void refinement realm cultivator, would possess the speed of a void inquiry stage expert. What was even more unbelievable was that the speed of Ning Fan's 8 wings was slightly faster than the 7 void inquiry stage experts present. No one could actually catch up to him. Of course, the one who was the most surprised was Su Yan. She was not surprised by Ning Fan's strength. In her impression, Ning Fan should be a devil lord who would not do anything without benefits. He disliked causing trouble the most. She had clearly made a promise to give Ning Fan a chance to escape. However, a selfish person like Ning Fan actually did not run away. Instead, he dragged her along with him. This was simply illogical. Why? She seemed to be asking Ning Fan. At the same time, she was also asking herself. Her clan members had betrayed her, but Ning Fan, a stranger, did not abandon her. Why did all of this happen? You are my devil concubine. Your life and death is up to me. No one is allowed to kill you. Lead the way. Bring me to the devil mist pond. Devil concubine. How did you know? Su Yan did not understand how Ning Fan knew her identity as a devil concubine. She also did not understand how this identity was related to Ning Fan saving her. She had too many questions that she wanted to ask, but the current situation did not give her the chance to speak at all. Each of the Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits revealed killing intent when they saw Ning Fan trying to take Su Yan away. Stop them. We can't let them go. Otherwise, we won't be able to answer to General Xiemo. Kill. Kill them at all costs. As the leader of the Void Inquiry Stage, Old Monsters gave the order, all the magic treasures and magic techniques of the low-grade devil spirits were directed at Ning Fan. The 15 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits did not attack. With Ning Fan's speed, he was as fast as a fly flying around randomly. It was very difficult for any of their attacks to hit him. The 15 of them worked together to open a barrier, sealing the space within 100,000 li to prevent Ning Fan from escaping using his speed. The barrier blocked Ning Fan's path of retreat. Countless low-grade devil spirits swarmed towards him from all directions like tidal waves. As soon as the low-grade devil spirits got close to Ning Fan, they self-destructed their physical bodies, trying to block Ning Fan's path without any regard for their own lives. Their fearless aura could move any cultivator. This was a crazy battle to the death. Even Su Yan was shocked by the devil spirit's decisiveness. However, Ning Fan had already gotten used to this kind of all-out slaughter. This was a battle to the death. Either you die or I die. There was no way he could be merciful. Ning Fan crazily spread out his spirit sense. His sword sense turned into countless thick inks that decorated the sky. Layers of black sword sense spread across the sky, scattering into tens of thousands of black sword lights. Just the residual waves of the sword chi were enough to kill countless low-grade devil spirits. Chi. Tens of thousands of low-grade devil spirits did not even have the chance to self-destruct. They were instantly killed by Ningfan, turning into mountains of corpses and seas of blood. Ningfan released his baleful qi without holding back. Blood and scarlet dyed the entire sky red. All the low-grade devil spirits within 100,000 li did not dare to attack Ningfan at all. They were all paralyzed on the ground by Ningfan's ferocious aura. Each of the divine transformation realm devil spirits blocked Ningfan's path. To deal with these devil spirits, Ningfan directly used his full speed. His physical body was like a cannonball, directly crashing into each of them. All the divine transformation realm devil spirits who blocked his path of retreat were smashed into minced meat. None of them survived. What? A mere half-step void refinement realm cultivator is actually this strong. The expressions of the 15 void refinement realm devil spirits changed. They could already tell that even though Ningfan had yet to reach the void refinement realm, his strength was definitely not something that the divine transformation realm cultivators could handle. Among the 15 of them, 5 of them stayed behind to maintain the barrier while the remaining 10 chased after Ningfan. As long as the barrier is still there, no matter how fast Ningfan is, he would not be able to escape. In their eyes, killing Ningfan was only a matter of time. Young man, put down Su Yan and become my slave. Then, I can spare your life. A void refinement realm devil spirit went to the front of Ningfan and blocked his path, looking at him with a cold smile. His name was Mu Gui. He was a void glimpse stage old monster. His strength was strong and he was proud. Even though he knew that Ningfan was strong, he did not think that Ningfan could be a match for him. Mu Gui stood in front of Ningfan alone. He did not realize how dangerous his action was at all. He controlled his magic treasure with his spirit sense. It was a devil weapon that looked like a cactus. There were countless needles on the weapon. Under Mu Gui's control, all the needles turned into brambles that were as thick as an arm. They grew and blocked all of Ningfan's paths. He stood with his hands clasped behind his back, acting like a senior expert. As long as Ningfan puts down Su Yan obediently, he could spare his life. Otherwise he would definitely kill him. I'll give you half a breath to consider. Mu Gui threatened with a cold smile, as if he was certain that he could defeat Ningfan. At the next moment, however, all of his smiles turned into astonishment. A towering shadow of a black dragon was thrown out from Ningfan's single punch. All of a sudden, golden light shone around Ningfan's body. When he threw a punch, heaven and earth trembled. Void technique, double dragon. Die. Ningfan's eyes flashed with a cold light. He did not have the mood to talk nonsense with Mu Gui at all. Instead, he directly threw out the shadow of the black dragon. The unparalleled fist light landed on Mu Gui's Bramble's magic treasure, directly shattering this low-grade mortal void realm magic treasure into pieces. Mu Gui was terrified. He definitely could not withstand the power of that punch. Even if he wanted to escape, it was already too late. Ningfan's punch landed on his chest. As soon as the fist light dispersed, his entire physical body turned into a mist of blood. His tiny primordial spirit helplessly tried to escape. However, Ningfan caught it and swallowed it whole, turning it into a trace of dense devil qi that flowed into his devil marks. All of the devil spirits were terrified at this moment. That punch of Ningfan's was too powerful. Even the 7 void inquiry stage experts might not necessarily be able to withstand his attack without suffering any injuries. This young man is just a half-step void refinement realm cultivator. However, he can kill a void glimpse stage expert with a single punch. This is impossible. That golden light is a phenomenon that only cultivators with the golden body refining realm can possess. Even though he hasn't truly broken through to the golden body refining realm, the power of his punch is almost not weaker than us void inquiry stage old monsters. Boom! At the moment when those old monsters were hesitating, Ningfan had already approached the barrier. A wisp of wind smoke circled around his finger. The purple-golden wind smoke turned into a gigantic claw and tore at the barrier. All of the barriers were instantly destroyed and dispersed. What? He actually broke the barrier that we set up with our combined strength. This is absolutely impossible. The remaining 14 old monsters were once again shocked by this scene. Ningfan's cultivation base was not high, but his means were too heaven-defying. They definitely could not underestimate him. Kill. The 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits simultaneously launched their strongest attacks. They were determined to kill Ning Fan and Su Yan. Moreover, in order to increase the speed of their magic techniques and ensure that they could hit Ning Fan, a few of them even paid the price of damaging their cultivation base to increase the power of their magic techniques. The combined power of 14 Void Refinement Realm attacks was enough to kill any Void Inquiry Stage expert. Even a Void Pierce Stage expert would be injured. Everyone thought that Ning Fan would die under this attack together with Su Yan. Right at this moment, lightning flashed around Ning Fan's body. He suddenly summoned the primordial lightning armor. With the golden armor covering his body and his white robe stained with blood, Ning Fan looked like a heavenly god. He turned around and looked at the 14 attacks with disdain. If I want to leave, none of you can stop me. Boom boom boom, the attacks landed on Ning Fan's back one after another. He forcefully withstood the attacks with his lightning armor. The third-grade golden armor was enough to withstand a Void Pierce Stage attack. Countless cracks appeared on his lightning armor, but it did not break. Instead, it withstood the combined attacks of the 14 old monsters. The moment he left the barrier, he summoned the heaven-deceiving cloak and disappeared from the sight of those old monsters. Even with the strength of the 14 Void Refinement Realm old monsters, none of them could see through Ning Fan's concealment. All the devil spirits were dumbfounded. Ning Fan had managed to break through the encirclement of 10 million devil spirits all by himself without suffering any injuries. On the other hand, the devil spirits had lost a Void Glimpse Stage old monster. As soon as they thought of this, the eyes of all the Void Refinement Realm devil spirits turned red. Investigate. This man certainly hasn't left the broken world. Find out his whereabouts, and tear him into pieces. This man must not be left alive. Su Yan must die. Chapter 477. Countless devil spirits searched every inch of the 100,000 mountains, but they could not find Ning Fan's whereabouts at all. The only thing they could be sure of was that Ning Fan had not left the Mist Horn Broken World. The collapse of the Mist Horn Broken World was planned by Xiemo. All the spaces in the Broken World had already collapsed. Only a few hidden places had void passageways that led to the outside world. These passageways were only known to the 14 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits called Qiangui, who had the highest cultivation base among them. Qiangui was responsible for destroying the Broken World. When he destroyed this small kiliacosm, he secretly left a few passageways that led to the outside world. He did not want to be trapped in this broken world forever after killing Su Yan. If he had the chance, he still wanted to leave the broken world and get rid of his identity as a devil spirit. He wanted to be a Void Refinement Realm old monster in the outside world, and no longer be a slave to anyone. The 14 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits were eager to kill Ning Fan to vent their anger. At the same time, they were shocked by Ning Fan's strength that could instantly kill a Void Glimpse Stage expert. In the process of searching for Ning Fan, even Void Inquiry Stage old monsters did not dare to act alone as they were afraid that they would be killed by Ning Fan, who was hiding somewhere. Unfortunately, Ning Fan's heaven-deceiving cloak was too powerful. It was impossible for them to find him. Ning Fan, who was invisible, hugged Su Yan and flew towards the Devil Mist Pond. Of course, the reason why he was heading to the Devil Mist Pond now was not for the pond itself, but for the fourth slate that was sealed near it. Now that they were trapped in the broken world and could not leave for the time being, Ning Fan might as well find the slate first, and then look for a way to leave the broken world. As long as he finds the slate, he would certainly be able to attain the Golden Body Refining Realm. He believed that with the strength of his Golden Body Refining Realm, it would not be a problem for him to kill these devil spirits. By then, after killing all 14 Void Refinement Realm devil spirits and searching their souls and memories, he would most likely be able to find a way to leave. Unfortunately, after arriving at the Devil Mist Pond, Ning Fan spread out his spirit sense, but could not find where the slate was hidden. He probably had to ask Su Yan about it. Su Yan did not know what Ning Fan was thinking. She just thought that Ning Fan was heading to the Devil Mist Pond in a hurry to cut off the connection between their minds. This made her rather speechless. Currently, millions of devil spirits were searching for her and Ning Fan, but Ning Fan still had the leisure to cut off the connection between their minds. Even though their original purpose of entering the broken world was to cut off the connection between their minds, Su Yan was saved by Ning Fan when she was in despair. Other than feeling sentimental, her thoughts changed a little. If it was the old Su Yan, she would not have liked to communicate with anyone. Today, however, she was no longer as repulsive to the telepathic connection between them as before. Under her guidance, Ning Fan arrived at a gigantic black lake in just half a day's time. The black lake covered an area of tens of thousands of hectares. It was the demon mist pond that Su Yan had mentioned. Demonic chi rose from the pond and a black fog covered the sky. Su Yan needed to borrow the pure and vast demon chi in this place to form a contract with the other demon spirits as the patriarch. However, when they arrived at the Devil Mist Pool, Su Yan discovered to her surprise that the demon chi in the Devil Mist Pool had strangely decreased by a third. Beside the pool, there were traces left behind by a large-scale formation. The traces were still very fresh. When Su Yan looked at the formation, she found it vaguely familiar. It seemed to be an ancient formation that had been lost in the Misthorn clan. Its effect was to transfer the Devil Spirit contract. Within the formation, Shimo's dense chi was left behind. This formation was most likely set up by Shimo. With the help of this formation, Shimo transferred the contracts that Su Yan had signed with the other demon spirits to him. However, what Su Yan could not understand was how Shimo entered the Misthorn broken world. Unless one possessed the Patriarch token, one would not be able to enter the Misthorn broken world. How did Shimo enter? The Patriarch token was clearly in my hands. Su Yan sighed softly. What was the point of investigating this matter now? What had already happened. Is there more than one Patriarch token in the Misthorn clan? Ning Fan suddenly asked. When the Patriarch of the Misthorn clan takes over the position of the Patriarch, they would go to the ancestral temple and kowtow to the statue of the ancestor to be granted the Patriarch token. Strictly speaking, every Patriarch has their own Patriarch token. Normally, the next Patriarch will only be elected when the Patriarch of each generation dies. Once the Patriarch dies, his identity Patriarch token will automatically be destroyed. In the history of our Misthorn clan, only the Patriarch token of the previous Patriarch is still preserved. He committed some grave mistakes and was stripped of his position as the Patriarch and imprisoned in the clan. Of course, it was just a nominal imprisonment. Other than being forbidden from leaving the clan, he could still obtain cultivation resources that were equivalent to his cultivation base. Once the clan needs his help, he would even make up for his mistakes by performing meritorious deeds. For example, the previous Patriarch personally went to the Six-Winged clan to participate in the fight for the Six-Winged Slate. His Patriarch token was not destroyed, but he claimed that it had been stolen by someone 1,000 years ago. Wait, you mean? When Su Yan answered Ning Fan's question, she suddenly understood the meaning behind his words. Ning Fan suspected that Shimo had used the Patriarch token of the previous Patriarch to enter the broken world. Perhaps it was the Patriarch token that was stolen by Shimo. Or maybe it was given by the previous Patriarch. In short, Shimo already had the intention to betray the clan 1,000 years ago. He had gotten his hands on this Patriarch token and sneaked into the Misthorn broken world countless times to set up a huge trap. He had been patiently waiting until he broke through to the Void Inquiry stage before carrying out his plan of betrayal and killing Su Yan. Yes. It must be like that. Otherwise, there's no way to explain why Shimo could enter the broken world to set up a trap. Su Yan nodded her head. Most of her guesses were close to the truth. However, now that things had come to this stage, what could she do even if she knew the truth? During their escape, she had taken Ning Fan's medicine to stabilize her injuries and her chi had returned to normal. At this moment, she was nestling in Ning Fan's arms. Her plump breasts were pressed against Ning Fan's chest. Her soft and tender flesh was rubbing against his clothes. This posture made Su Yan feel uncomfortable. She left Ning Fan's embrace without leaving a trace and stared at the Devil Mist Pond with a complicated expression. Fellow Taoist Zhou, do you think that Su Yan's life is a failure? This subordinate has been plotting a rebellion since 1,000 years ago, but Su Yan never found out about it. Moreover, she even caused fellow Taoist Zhou and me to be trapped in the broken world. Su Yan did not address herself as a concubine. Instead, she used her maiden name. Unknowingly, she became slightly closer to Ning Fan. Do you want me to comfort you? Ning Fan raised his eyelids and looked at Su Yan with a playful expression. I don't want to. Su Yan's cheeks turned slightly red. She did not dare to hope that Ning Fan would comfort her. After all, she was nobody to Ning Fan. The atmosphere was a little strange. Su Yan had to change the topic subtly. We've arrived at the Devil Mist Pond. Has fellow Taoist Zhou really decided to cut off the spiritual connection with me? Are you reluctant to do so? Ning Fan teased her again. No. I just want to confirm it. If fellow Taoist Zhou really decides to do so, I will immediately go and set up a grand formation. The secret formation of the Mist Horn clan, and the pure devil chi of the Devil Mist Pond, should be enough to erase the spiritual connection between us. Su Yan rolled her eyes at Ning Fan grumpily. Her almond-shaped eyes were filled with annoyance and annoyance. Both of them carried an indescribable charm. Her bewitching aura could charm all living beings in the world, causing Ning Fan's heart to tremble. Su Yan was a mature and beautiful woman. Her words and actions were not as charming as Fan Qi, Wind Maiden and Tea Maiden. However, Su Yan had a unique charm in her bones. Her eyes were as seductive as an enchantress. She was really a demoness. If it wasn't because their relationship was still shallow, Ning Fan really wanted to tease her by calling her Su Yao. Bewitching woman. Miss Su, you seem to have misunderstood me. I don't want to cut off the spiritual connection with you. You are my devil concubine. It's very normal for there to be some spiritual connection between a master and a devil concubine. Ning Fan's words made Su Yan's brows loosen. From the bottom of her heart, she was also a little reluctant to cut off the spiritual connection with Ning Fan. However, when she heard Ning Fan claiming to be her master, her almond-shaped eyes twitched. She was a little displeased. Su Yan is indeed the devil concubine of the Mist Horn clan. But since when did you become my master? Why don't I know about it? Are you teasing me again? I'm just stating the truth. You will understand in the future. Let's change the topic. The reason why I came to the Devil Mist Pond is actually to obtain the devil statue slate that is sealed nearby. How do you know that the slate of my clan is sealed near the pond? Su Yan was a little surprised. This was a secret of the Mist Horn clan. How did Ning Fan know about it? I have my own methods. Let's make a deal. You let me have a look at the devil statue slate, and I will help you escape from this broken world and kill Xiamo. What do you think? A deal? Su Yan remained silent. Even though the devil statue slate was precious, the Mist Horn clan could not decipher the scripture on it. Thus, it was useless to her. If she just wanted to let Ning Fan have a look at it, it did not seem like a big deal. She just needed to take a look at the slate in exchange for his help in getting her out of this broken world. It seemed like she would not lose anything. I promise you. However, I won't trouble fellow Taoist Zhou to deal with the rebellion in my clan. If we can leave this broken world, I, Su Yan, am confident that I can still handle a mere Xiamo. If Xiamo, Gui Jiao and the previous clan leader all rebel, can you really handle them? If the entire clan revolts, can you still handle them? Let's talk about it later. I will bring you to get the slate. Su Yan fell into silence. If all the Void Refinement Realm experts in her clan joined the rebellion, she really would not be able to handle 2 Void Inquiry stage experts and 1 Void Glimpse stage expert. However, she did not want to own Ning Fan too much. She could not bring herself to ask Ning Fan for help. We'll talk about it later. Who knows if they can leave this broken world? The stone slab was sealed in a hidden ancient formation. That ancient formation was located 1 million li to the west of the Devil Mist Pond. The grade of the formation was quite high. It was set up by an ancient pill master of the Mist Horn clan. With Su Yan leading the way and opening the formation, Ning Fan effortlessly stood in front of the slate. You saved my life before. Even if you want to take the slate away, I can also help you hide it. Su Yan did not believe that Ning Fan would be satisfied just by looking at the slate. The devil statue slate was a supreme treasure. No one could decipher its secrets. However, experts at the level of King Lan Ling were already fighting for it. It was normal for Ning Fan to want to take the slate away. Su Yan was a person who knew how to repay kindness. If Ning Fan really wants to take the slate away, she was willing to help him hide it. I really don't need to take it away. Ning Fan squatted down. He did not remove the seal on the slate. Instead, he placed his palm on the slate through the seal. His eyes lingered on the devil scripture on the slate. He memorized all the correct characters, and the fourth trace of devil chi was also absorbed into the devil marks on his back. The devil scripture on the fourth slate had completed all the incantations, cultivation routes and secret techniques of the ancestral talisman blood refinement technique. The fourth trace of devil chi resonated with the other three traces of devil chi in Ning Fan's body. Ning Fan felt as if the devil marks on his back were burning up, burning away all the devil chi in his body. Each trace of devil chi was the cultivation base of the devil Tao that Ning Fan had cultivated. How could he simply waste it? He held Su Yan in his arms and turned into a ray of light that shot into the massive devil mist pond. He gulped down the pure devil chi in the water, replacing the devil chi in his body to burn the devil marks. Gradually, the burning of the devil marks stopped, and everything became quiet. At the next moment, a terrifying devil might spread out from Ning Fan's body. It rushed out of the devil mist pond and swept across the entire small kiliocosm. In the sky above where Ning Fan was, the devil mist in the sky dispersed. The sky began to crack unstoppably. Strange black blood oozed out from the cracks. It was filled with dense devil chi. It was the strange phenomenon of devil blood dyeing the blue sky. It had only appeared when the four devil slates appeared. This strange phenomenon was triggered by Ning Fan's body. It carried his chi. Ning Fan knew that his devil marks were close to advancing to the next level. However, he did not expect that gathering 4 traces of devil chi would trigger the strange phenomenon of devil blood dyeing the blue sky. As soon as the strange phenomenon appeared, wherever Ning Fan went, the sky would split with blood. Even the heaven-deceiving cloak could not conceal the strange phenomenon. Even if he hid in the Yuan Yao world or the Profoundine world, he would not be able to conceal the strange phenomenon. Not only that, at this moment, Ning Fan only felt that his blood was burning and his chi was in a mess. He could not even display 1/10 of his strength. It was not the time for him to fight against others at all. In the mist-horn broken world, all the devil spirits saw the strange phenomenon of devil blood dyeing the blue sky. From the chi of the phenomenon, they could tell that it was Ning Fan who triggered it. All of the experts swarmed towards the devil mist pond. Even if Ning Fan turned invisible and hid himself, they would not be able to find his true body. However, they would know that he was hiding deep at the bottom of the pond. Devil blood dyeing the blue sky. Why did you trigger this phenomenon? What did you do to the devil statue slate? Su Yan had too many questions that she wanted to ask Ning Fan. However, Ning Fan's devil marks were currently on the verge of advancing to the next level. He was trying his best to suppress the devil chi in his body. Thus, he did not have the time to converse with Su Yan. In the distance, countless powerful chi that was filled with devil chi were approaching Ning Fan's direction. Among them, 14 traces of powerful void refinement realm chi were chasing after Ning Fan in a frenzy. Each of the void refinement realm devil spirits roared furiously and locked onto the devil mist pond with their spirit sense. Junior, even though I don't understand how you caused such a shocking phenomenon of the heavens and the earth, with this phenomenon here, I'll still be able to find your location even if you flee to the ends of the world, and I'll know your whereabouts. Big brother, there's no need to talk nonsense with him. Let's charge at him together and kill him and Su Yan. Then we will complete General Shimo's mission. A mere half-step void refinement realm junior dares to provoke us? He's just seeking his own death. Now he can't even use 1/10 of his strength. It's the best time to kill him. Everyone pay attention. This young man's speed is extraordinary and his invisibility is heaven-defying. His combat strength is also comparable to a void inquiry stage expert. If we want to capture him, we must first set up barriers that can break his invisibility and slow down his speed. Let's see what other methods he has to resist us by setting up 14 layers of barriers. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits caught up to him very quickly. They tacitly set up 14 layers of barriers around the Devil Mist Pond, blocking Ningfan's escape route. Inside the barriers, Ningfan's speed was greatly reduced, and he could not summon his heaven-deceiving cloak. The 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits looked at Ningfan, whose combat strength had been greatly reduced as his abilities had lost their effectiveness, as if they were looking at a dead man. Tens of thousands of devil spirits surrounded Ningfan like tidal waves. What should we do? Su Yan sighed softly. Now that Ningfan had displayed the phenomenon, his strength was greatly reduced and he was surrounded by the enemies. The odds were against him. It doesn't matter. Follow me. Ningfan wrapped his arm around Su Yan's slender waist and glanced at the devil spirits disdainfully. Then he went into the Yuanyao world. He did not hide or run away. He just wanted to advance his devil marks in the Yuanyao world. Once his devil marks advanced to the next level, he would be able to defeat all the devil spirits. What? Why did he run away again? How is this possible? No, he didn't run away. Everyone look. The location of the phenomenon he triggered did not change. He is still hiding here. He didn't conceal himself. He must have hidden in some heavenly dwelling space. Damn it! If he hides in a heavenly dwelling space, are we supposed to wait for him outside? Let's destroy his heavenly dwelling space together. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The combined attacks of the 14 Void Refinement Realm Old Monsters split the water of the Devil Mist Pond into two halves. However, they did not notice that there was a heavenly dwelling at the bottom of the pond that had been destroyed. Even if Ningfan really hides in a heavenly dwelling space, he should have been blasted out of it. Unfortunately, Ningfan had hidden in a small kiliacosm which was of a higher level than a heavenly dwelling space. The joint attacks of the 14 old monsters could not blast him out. Damn it! He didn't hide in a heavenly dwelling space, but a small kiliacosm. He actually has a small kiliacosm with him. I miscalculated. I didn't expect this brat to have a small kiliacosm. If he doesn't come out, we can only continue waiting here. The most despicable thing is that he even brought Su Yan into his small kiliacosm. If we can't enter his small kiliacosm and kill Su Yan, how are we going to report to General Xiemo? Shameless. How shameless. Hiding in a small kiliacosm when he can't defeat us is really too shameless. Each of the Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits began to curse anxiously. Unfortunately, it seemed like the shameless one was not Ningfan, but these Void Refinement Realm Old Monsters. 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits led 10 million troops to besiege a half-step Void Refinement Realm Cultivator. Was this not considered shameless? 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits only dared to attack Ningfan when his strength was greatly reduced. Was this not considered shameless? 10 million devil spirits arrived one after another, and surrounded the Devil Mist Pond. The 14 Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits were helpless. They could only wait for Ningfan to show himself. Perhaps Ningfan would hide in the Yuanyao world for the rest of his life. Perhaps they would never be able to wait for him to come out. However, they still had to wait. As long as Ningfan comes out, they were confident that they could make him die a graveless death. We will just wait here. Also, inform General Xiemo that Su Yan is already dead. Qiangui ordered. What? Are we going to lie to General Xiemo? Su Yan is obviously not dead yet. What else can we do? Who wants Su Yan to enter his small kiliacosm? Who can kill her? Don't tell me you want to tell General Xiemo the truth, and let him know that the 15 of us Void Refinement Realm Devil Spirits failed to kill 2 people, and even lost one of them? But, don't worry. We will just wait here. I don't believe that Su Yan and her little lover won't come out for the rest of their lives. Qiangui's eyes turned grim. He ordered his men to build devil cities near the Devil Mist Pond. They were actually going to set up camp here. This group of old fools is really shameless. Chapter 478. A ray of light flashed and Ningfan and Su Yan appeared in the Yuanyao world. Ningfan was trying his best to stabilize the devil qi in his body. Su Yan, on the other hand, was looking at the green coffin in front of her. She was slightly surprised. Medicine shop? Green coffin? Who is sleeping in this coffin? She wanted to ask him about it, but he did not have the intention to answer her at all. He directly pulled her towards the dark golden pagoda in the distance. The reason why I brought you into this world is just to hide from her for a while. You are not allowed to disturb her slumber. Ning Fan's tone was flat, but it left no room for refusal. Oh. Su Yan nodded, becoming more and more curious about the person sleeping in the coffin, but tactfully no longer asked. At the mention of the green coffin, Ning Fan's expression became serious. He no longer had the intention to tease her. Su Yan had the sixth sense of a woman. She could vaguely guess from Ning Fan's expression that the person in the coffin was a woman, and that woman was very important to Ning Fan. He cares so much about her. Is she his woman? Su Yan didn't even notice that when he was thinking about it, he looked a little envious of Mu Weiliang. The two of them directly entered the dark golden pagoda. At the moment they entered the pagoda, Ning Fan sealed the door of the pagoda to prevent Su Yan from running around in the Yuan Yao world and causing unnecessary trouble. This dark gold pagoda is a time cultivation magic treasure. At most, you can go up to the 4th floor and heal and cultivate at 1/16 of the time flow. Above the 5th floor, without my permission, you can't go up. Even if you go up, you won't be able to enjoy any time of cultivation. I want to go up to the 4th floor and above to solve the problem with my body. Once I've dealt with my physical problems, I'll take you out of this world. Wait for me here. As soon as he finished speaking, he left some pills for Su Yan and ascended to the 5th floor alone. A time cultivation magic treasure? I heard that some time ago, the Prince of Lanling had a conflict with the Ghost Eye clan. The Ghost Eye clan's slate and devil concubine were taken away, countless immortal jades and spirit herbs were lost, and one of the time cultivation pagoda of the Prince of Lanling was also lost. Could it be, this is the pagoda? Su Yan was greatly surprised. She guessed inwardly. Could it be that King Lanling and the Ghost Eye clan are fighting to the death because of Ning Fan? She had too many questions that she wanted to ask him. There were too many mysteries about him. The closer she got to him, the more she could not understand his true thoughts. Her heart was filled with mixed feelings. Now that she knew so many of Ning Fan's secrets, it would be very difficult for her to draw a clear line between them. According to the habits of devil cultivators, if someone found out about their secret, they would either search their soul and memories, kill them, plant a restriction on them and seal their mouth. I wonder how he is going to deal with me. Given the strength and means he displayed, he was able to escape from the hands of 15 Void Refinement Realm experts with ease. I am definitely not a match for him. Moreover, he has saved my life before. Even if he wants to plant a restriction on me and make me his slave, it would also be reasonable. He kept saying that I am his devil concubine, and he is my master. In that case, he has long regarded me as one of his own, huh? It's just that I'm a dignified clan leader. Do I really have to become his devil concubine? I can't put down my face. Su Yan's thoughts became more and more complicated. She didn't like to be under others, but Ning Fan seemed to have become an exception. Too many things had happened today, causing her to feel uneasy. When she thought about how Ning Fan had triggered the heaven-shaking phenomenon, and how unstable his physical condition was, she became a little worried about him again. Whether the rebellion is quelled or not, whether I can take my revenge or not, the Misthorn clan can no longer make me willingly give up everything to protect it. When I gave up everything for the Misthorn clan, it was my clansman who betrayed me. When I was on the verge of death, he was the one who saved me. If he can get through this calamity safely, what's the harm in me losing my face and becoming his devil concubine? I hope he'll be fine. On the 7th floor of the dark golden pagoda, the flow of time in the outside world was 1/128 of the speed of time. Ning Fan's devil marks were on the verge of advancing to the next level. As the 4th trace of devil chi entered his body bit by bit, his devil marks began to undergo a qualitative change. A vast aura force was faintly discernible inside Ning Fan's body. Mo Luo's blood was boiling inside his dantian. I want to break through to the golden body refining realm. Ning Fan's eyes flashed with determination. It was an aura force that would never turn back once he made up his mind. At the same time, in the Devil World, the strongest world in the 9 worlds, a grand meeting was being held in the Ghost Palace. There were 1 sovereign of the Rain World, 3 sovereigns of the Sword World and 9 sovereigns of the Devil World. In the Devil World, there were 9 great devil sovereigns and also 9 great devil palaces which were similar to the Rain Palace. However, the strength of each of the palaces was incomparable to the Rain Palace. The Ghost Palace was one of the palaces and the Ghost Sovereign was one of the 9 sovereigns of the Devil World. In the extreme ghost country where the Ghost Palace was located, a grand meeting was being held. All the outstanding geniuses of the Devil World were trying to awaken their ancient devil bloodline in the extreme ghost country. The host of the event was the Ghost Sovereign. However, the other 8 devil sovereigns all came to the Ghost Palace to attend the event, including Wuxia Sovereign. Other than the 9 devil sovereigns, countless forces in the Devil World also sent their people to the event in an attempt to recruit outstanding devil cultivators. The purpose of this grand meeting was to find devil cultivators whose devil bloodline was at the remnant grade and above. The cultivation system of the ancient devil race had already declined a long time ago. Unlike the demon race, they did not have a strict clan system. Bloodlines were the hardest to maintain. However, in the long river of time, there would occasionally be a few outstanding individuals who accidentally awakened the remnant grade, or even the true grade of the ancient devil bloodline. The ancient devil bloodline was the same as the demon bloodline. It was divided into 5 grades: human devil with mortal blood, profound devil with remnant blood, true devil with true blood, king devil with king blood and ancestral devil with ancestral blood. Strictly speaking, the bloodline of all devil cultivators who practiced devil cultivation techniques could be classified as a human devil. They were all of ordinary bloodline. Once some outstanding devil cultivators awakened the remnant grade devil bloodline in this grand meeting, they would be recruited by the major forces. If someone awakened the true grade devil bloodline, they would be taken in as a disciple by the 9 great devil sovereigns and be taught the ultimate techniques of their lifetime. This was because the 9 great devil sovereigns were all true grade devil cultivators. Wuxia Sovereign's devil bloodline had the highest potential. He was the devil cultivator whose bloodline was closest to the royal bloodline in the lower world. Because of this, he was favored by many great devils in the upper world. In the demon race, the true grade might not be that rare. However, in the devil race which had lost their bloodline, every possessor of the true grade bloodline would become a famous figure in the future. In the Devil World in the lower world, there would only be 1 remnant grade devil cultivator among a million devil cultivators. And only 1 among a million remnant grade devil cultivators would be lucky enough to advance to the true grade. In the upper world of the Devil World, the 9 great ancient devil abyss, true grade devil cultivators were as rare as phoenix feathers and unicorn horns. As for devil cultivators with royal bloodline, they would definitely become world-shaking devils after tens of thousands of years of arduous cultivation. To the Devil World in the lower world, royal bloodline was an unattainable dream. To the 9 devil sovereigns, it was a great fortune to recruit a true grade disciple. Hence, it was worth it to nurture them with all their might. To recruit a remnant grade devil cultivator was also a wonderful thing as it could provide fresh blood for the various sovereigns. The Blood Codex is held once every 100 years. I wonder how many true grade devil cultivators will appear in this Blood Codex. I'm really looking forward to it. A devil sovereign with a ghostly aura said with an evil smile. He was the organizer of the Blood Codex, Ghost Sovereign. How many? Ghost Sovereign really likes to joke. The Devil World in the lower world is not the Devil Abyss in the upper world. We don't have such a deep foundation. It's already very rare to have 1 true grade cultivator in 100 years. Another Devil Sovereign in blood armor shook his head disapprovingly. He was one of the 9 sovereigns, Blood Sovereign. Wuxia Sovereign kept his eyes closed and didn't say a word. The injuries he suffered in the past had already healed. With the help of the Nirvana Devil Veins, his cultivation base had improved a lot. He wasn't the strongest among the 9 sovereigns, but he was the one with the highest potential. He had his own pride. The young man who disobeyed him in 7 Apricot City in the past had already been forgotten by him. He felt that it was not worth mentioning. The only thing that was still fresh in his memory was that day when the young man was holding a sword sheath. It was just a trace of ancient sword chi, but it could actually injure him. That sword chi had a great origin. After Moksha Sovereign's investigation, he found out that it was the sword chi left behind by the sword ancestor of the sword world. The sword ancestor was a heaven-shaking figure. The power of the ancient sword chi he left behind was equivalent to a strike from Moksha Sovereign. When it fell into Ningfan's hands, it displayed heaven-defying power. Moksha Sovereign found it hard to imagine why a harmonious spirit realm young man like Ningfan would have such a precious protective sword chi. Who gave that sword chi to Ningfan? It can't be given by the old devil. The old devil's storage pouch had long been lost in the upper world. He didn't bring any treasures from the upper world. Could it be given by the sword world? However, even the three sovereigns of the sword world would certainly regard this sword chi as a supreme treasure. It was impossible for them to give it away. This question had troubled Moksha Sovereign for countless years. The reason why he did not kill the old devil and Ningfan on the spot was not only because he was ordered by the White Devil sect to let the old devil live, but also because he was afraid of the mastermind behind the sword sheath. Even in his dreams, Moksha Sovereign would never imagine that the sword sheath was given to Ningfan by the little demoness of the Godly Void Pavilion on purpose. With the background of her Godly Void Pavilion, it was not too difficult for her to obtain such precious sword chi. Neither Moksha Sovereign nor Ningfan knew that the little demoness had good intentions behind the sword sheath. She had already predicted that Moksha Sovereign would come after Ningfan concocted the pill, and the old devil recovered from his injuries. Thus, she used a trace of ancient sword chi and borrowed Ningfan's hand to intimidate Moksha Sovereign. Moksha Sovereign had already forgotten what happened in the past. The current him only wanted to break through to the sixth heavenly layer of the void fragmentation realm as soon as possible. He did not care about anything else, including this so-called blood ceremony. At the venue of the blood ceremony, there were 9 gigantic devil statues that were worshipped by countless devil cultivators. They were the statues of the 9 great devil ancestors that were passed down from generation to generation. They were used to awaken the ancient devil bloodline for devil cultivators. At a certain moment, the 9 devil statues suddenly shook slightly and temporarily lost the ability to awaken the devil bloodline. As for the vast sky above the extreme ghost country, the sky suddenly cracked and a thick black liquid flowed out from it. It looked like black blood. All of a sudden, countless devil cultivators were shocked. The entire blood ceremony was forced to stop. Countless gold core realm and nascent soul realm cultivators looked at the sky in confusion. Countless divine transformation realm and void refinement realm old monsters raised their heads to look at the sky, vaguely guessing what was happening. However, they were so shocked that they could not speak a word. The 9 great devil sovereigns suddenly stood up. Even Moksha Sovereign widened his eyes and looked at the strange phenomenon in the sky with disbelief. The blue sky is dyed with devil blood. Moksha Sovereign could not help but be shocked. The phenomenon of the blue sky being dyed with devil blood rarely appeared. In the history of the devil race, every time such a phenomenon appeared, it must mean that something major had happened. When the phenomenon of the blue sky being dyed with devil blood appeared in front of the ancestral statues of the 9 great devil ancestors in the lower world, it had another meaning. This meaning was only known to the 9 sovereigns. In the 9 worlds of the lower world, there was a devil race with royal bloodline who was about to awaken their bloodline. Impossible. A mere lower world actually gave birth to a royal devil with royal bloodline. How is this possible? Blood Sovereign was shocked. Who is it? I must find this person and take him as my disciple. Ghost Sovereign was extremely excited. Everyone was guessing where and what kind of person was about to awaken the royal bloodline, whether he would succeed or fail. At this moment, in the strange phenomenon of the blue sky being dyed with devil blood, a huge shadow of a white-robed young man suddenly appeared. Only the back of the young man could be seen. His face could not be seen clearly. This figure made countless devil cultivators feel regretful. They could not figure out who this person was. However, this figure gave Moksha Sovereign an extremely strange sense of familiarity. as if he had seen it somewhere before. Moksha Sovereign felt a trace of uneasiness in his heart. He had cultivated the devil path for countless years, and rarely had such a feeling of palpitation. He did not have the intention to find this person and take him as his disciple. In his heart, there was only a growing sense of uneasiness. This person? Who is he? I must have seen him somewhere before. Inadvertently, Moksha Sovereign's mind suddenly recalled a small matter. It was when he was punishing some ants in 7 Apricot City. Among those ants, there seemed to be a young man whose back was very similar to this white-robed young man. No, it can't be him. I won't even remember the name of that kind of ant. Moksha Sovereign sneered disdainfully. He sat back on his seat and closed his eyes to rest. That ant was just a harmonious spirit realm cultivator. If it wasn't for the ancient sword chi, Moksha Sovereign would not even bother to keep a trace of his memory. Those below the void fragmentation realm are all ants. That harmonious spirit junior will never be able to touch the corner of my clothes in his lifetime. He is not worth mentioning. Moreover, the appearance of this strange phenomenon only means that there might be a royal devil with royal bloodline in the 9 worlds. It doesn't mean that he will succeed. How rare are royal devils? How could they be born in the 9 worlds of the lower world? While Moksha Sovereign was talking to himself, the strange phenomenon of the blue sky being dyed with devil blood became more and more intense. It indicated that the devil cultivator who was breaking through to the royal bloodline was not far from success. Moksha Sovereign's eyes turned gloomy. He was the emperor with the number 1 bloodline in the lower world. If there was a devil cultivator who broke through to the royal bloodline in the lower world, didn't it mean that the person's bloodline had surpassed his? This person will never succeed. Moksha Sovereign's face turned ashen. He would not allow his position as the number 1 bloodline to be shaken. Boom. Under the blue sky, the strange phenomenon suddenly became more intense. All the black blood that came out from the blue sky converged into the white-robed shadow, causing the aura force of the white-robed young man to increase greatly. His devil aura was shocking. Countless devil cultivators felt a trace of deterrence from their bloodline from the shadow. Even the 9 emperors of the devil world felt that their bloodline was inferior. A ray of black light rushed out from the shadow of the white-robed young man. In an instant, the entire devil world was shaken. Above the sky, the sound of ancient devil scriptures chanting resounded. Countless devil cultivators exclaimed at this moment, "Royal bloodline! This person has succeeded in breaking through to the royal bloodline." Asterisk bang. Asterisk Moksha Sovereign suddenly smashed the jade table and stood up in disbelief. A trace of unwillingness rose in his heart. There was actually someone in the lower world with a devil bloodline that surpassed his. How could this be possible? How could this be possible? This person is definitely not a devil cultivator in the lower world. He must be a devil from the upper world, who came to the lower world to awaken his bloodline. Yes, it must be so. I will never believe that there is someone in the lower world with a devil bloodline that is above me. Ningfan did not know how unwilling Moksha Sovereign was after the unusual phenomenon he caused spread to the devil world. At this moment, he was gradually refining the 4th trace of devil chi. His entire body was enveloped in golden light. He could attempt to break through to the golden body refining realm at any time. The devil marks on his back had completely advanced to the martial rank. It had 4 patterns which were giant devil, 6 wings, mist horn and ghost eye. Martial rank devil marks, Luo devil marks. At the moment when his devil marks advanced to the martial rank, Ningfan felt his bloodline burning. His devil bloodline had advanced to the 4th grade, King Devil bloodline. He did not know what kind of uproar he had caused when he attained the King Devil bloodline and became a King Devil bloodline. Ningfan's mind was fully focused on breaking through to the golden body refining realm. He understood that Luo devil marks alone were not enough. At the end of the day, devil marks and the art of engraving devil marks were just to imitate the ancient devil ancestral talismans. Nowadays, even if there were some devil cultivators who possessed remnant or true blood, none of them could be called ancient devils because they did not have devil talismans. As for ancestral talismans, they were the peak devil talismans that stood above all other devil talismans. Before I break through to the golden body refining realm, I must use the ancestral talisman blood refinement technique to cultivate Mo Luo devil marks into Mo Luo ancestral talisman. I will use the power of the ancestral talisman to refine Mo Luo's blood, and use countless pills and heavenly ingredients and earthly treasures to build up my great Tao to the golden body refining realm. Moreover, this time, not only do I want to break through to the golden body refining realm, but I also want to use the power of the ancestral talisman to step onto the path of ancient devil cultivation and become an ancient devil. Since I, Ning Fan, am going to cultivate the devil path, I will become the strongest devil under the heavens. Before me, no devils can exist. After me, no devils can be born. If I want devils to be destroyed, the heavens must not exist. If I want devils to be born, the heavens must not exist. Refine. Ning Fan's hand seals suddenly changed. His mouth kept chanting the devil scripture on the 4 devil slates. All of a sudden, the 4 symbols devil marks on his back seemed to have come alive. They began to wriggle on Ning Fan's body. A round hole had already appeared on Ning Fan's chest. The wound was horrifying, but no blood flowed out from it. That hole became bigger and bigger, as if it was going to tear Ning Fan apart completely. An extremely thirsty and bloodthirsty feeling flowed out from Ning Fan's body, making his eyes turn blood red. Blood. I am an ancient devil. Only blood can fill up the hole in my physical body and retrieve the lost glory of the devil race. I want blood. Give me blood. Ning Fan's eyes turned blood red. The moment he uttered those words, the strange phenomenon of devil blood dyeing the blue sky became unprecedentedly intense. Countless amounts of black blood emerged from the sky and turned into devil chi, flowing into Ning Fan's body. It looked extremely strange. At the center of Ning Fan's right palm, a strange dark golden talisman formed a gigantic vortex. As it condensed bit by bit, it gave off energy waves that became stronger and stronger. The ancestral devil talisman. Chapter 479. The demonic blood dyed the blue sky, tearing apart the heavens and plundering the blood of the heavens. The black blood turned into black chi and seeped into Ning Fan's body. The golden black devil talisman in his palm emitted rays of dazzling black light. The palm-sized devil talisman had black shadows of devil mountains dancing on it. The diagram of the devil talisman finally condensed into an ancient talisman with the diagram of a devil mountain, emitting an ancient aura. One of the 9 great ancestral symbols, the Mara ancestral symbol. With a thought, the ancestral talisman seeped into Ning Fan's skin and went into his body. With a thought, he summoned the ancestral talisman again. The chanting of the devil scripture gradually stopped in Ning Fan's ears. His eyes were blank as he stared at the devil talisman, which was still warm on his palm. Some incomplete memories gradually appeared in his sea of consciousness. They were the memories that he obtained from the heavenly blood. The 9 great demon ancestors possessed 9 great ancestral talismans, and they controlled the power of the 9 luminaries in the world. The Mo Luo ancestral talisman that he condensed was the Mo Luo ancestral talisman. It controlled the power of earth. The power of earth was known for its heaven-defying defense. If one used the Mo Luo ancestral talisman to refine demonic blood and cultivate demonic arts, the growth of one's physical defense would far surpass that of a body cultivator of the same level. This ancestral talisman was Ning Fan's natal devil talisman. To the ancient demons, the devil sign was a prerequisite to cultivating the ancient demon body technique. The physical divine powers of the ancient demons were far more powerful than the physical divine powers of the current era. They were called devil martial arts. The execution of the devil martial body technique did not consume magic power, but the ancient devil bloodline essence chi. A truly powerful ancient devil could suppress mountains and rivers with just a wisp of his essence energy. Using essence chi to display the devil martial body technique, the power was terrifying. Ordinary demons couldn't cultivate essence chi. Only ancient demons with devil talismans could refine the medicinal power of natural treasures into essence chi and store it in their bodies. The divine race cultivated magical power and cultivated the world outside their bodies. The devil race cultivated their bodies, cultivating the world inside their bodies. Ning Fan took out a fourth revolution body sculpting pill. After consuming it, he activated his ancestral talisman to refine its medicinal power. All of the medicinal power turned into a trace of essence qi that resembled a black bloodline, and flowed into his physical body. His body, which was not weak to begin with, became even stronger after absorbing a wisp of essence qi. The total energy of a single wisp of essence qi was equivalent to a cultivator's magic power for 60 years. After extracting a trace of essence qi, Ning Fan could be said to have officially stepped onto the great Tao of ancient devil cultivation. 1 unit of essence qi instantly raised his ancient devil realm to the 4th level of blood refinement realm, which was equivalent to the harmonious spirit realm, and the 4th level of silver light body refinement realm. Of course, the 4th level blood refining realm was definitely stronger than the 4th level silver light realm. Ning Fan did not continue to increase his cultivation base. Instead, he wore a thoughtful expression. He was about to break through to the golden body refinement realm. The golden body refinement realm corresponded to the ancient devil's reckless devil realm. However, the reckless devil realm was much more powerful than the golden body refinement realm of the same level. In ancient times, the combat strength of a brute devil far exceeded that of a golden body cultivator. A gold body refinement realm cultivator could already put up a fight against a void refinement realm cultivator of the same level. Moreover, the strength of a reckless devil realm cultivator was definitely much higher than that of a void refinement realm cultivator of the same level. During the era of the ancient devils, countless reckless devils relied on the strength of their physical bodies to kill void refinement realm experts, as if they were slaughtering dogs. Ning Fan pondered for a moment. Breaking through to the golden body refining realm was definitely not as powerful as breaking through to the reckless devil realm. However, he still needed to break through to the golden body refining realm. After attaining the golden body refining realm, he would borrow the power of the ancestral talisman to transform all the power of the golden body refining realm into essence qi. Then he would transform into an ancient devil at the same level as him. With that, his combat power would certainly increase tremendously. Before becoming a reckless devil, the first step was to break through to the golden body realm. In order to attain the golden body realm today, I have made a lot of preparations. Today, I must attain the golden body realm. First of all, I need to consume pills that can increase my success rate. After keeping the ancestral talisman into his body, Ning Fan patted his storage pouch and took out many pills. There were revered devil pills, devil rearing pills, and golden body 6 revolutions pills. All of them were pills that could increase the success rate of attaining the golden body realm. After consuming the pills one by one, as their medicinal power spread, Ning Fan's body was covered in golden light once again. 100 golden orifices slowly emerged in his body to absorb the power of the golden light. The emergence of 100 golden orifices meant that Ning Fan had completed the first step of attaining the golden body realm. The second step was to consume enough heavenly ingredients and earthly treasures to accumulate enough energy to fill all of his golden orifices. Then he could attain the golden body realm in one go. Ning Fan took out a jade bottle, which contained a drop of sovereign beast core blood. That drop of blood was obtained from Shirkuan. It contained all the power of a sovereign beast's demon core. He crushed the jade bottle and consumed the sovereign beast core blood. A wave of ferocious desolate qi spread out from his body like a ferocious beast. The massive power of the sovereign beast core blood made Ning Fan's physical body expand. Refine. Traces of the sovereign beast core blood's power were refined into the golden orifices in his body. Eventually, all of them were filled. The golden light around Ning Fan's body became denser and denser. He could attain the golden body realm at any time. However, this was still not enough. 4 traces of devil qi refine. 4 traces of power came out from the devil marks and went into his golden orifices. One by one, golden orifices began to form in Ning Fan's body. As the number of golden orifices increased, Ning Fan's physical body became stronger and stronger. The number of golden orifices in his body had reached 300. He had already broken through the standard of the second level of the golden body realm. At this moment, Ning Fan suddenly opened his eyes. The bottleneck of the golden body realm that he had been suppressing for a long time was forcefully broken through at this moment. His entire body was covered in golden light, making him look like a golden man. His chi rose steadily and he broke through the first level of the golden body realm. Then he broke through again and attained the second level of the golden body realm. The second level of the golden body realm allowed him to fight against a void inquiry stage expert with his physical body. After attaining the second level of the golden body realm, Ning Fan did not have the intention to relax at all. Instead, his expression became unprecedentedly solemn. This time he was not prepared to break through to the golden body realm. He wanted to transform the power of the golden body realm into the essence chi of an ancient devil. Ancestral talisman appear. Ning Fan changed his hand seal and countless strange devil runes immediately appeared on his pure golden body. Traces of golden light were transformed into black blood threads by the devil runes. They carried a dark golden luster and went into Ning Fan's body. In the blink of an eye, the golden power within the golden aperture was completely transformed into dark golden flesh power. The number of essence chi in Ning Fan's body was increasing at a slow speed. 1 armor, 2 armor, 5 armor. After the time it takes for an incense stick to burn, Ning Fan had transformed 5 units of essence chi and broke through to the 7th level of the blood refinement realm, which was comparable to the gold core realm. 10 units, 20 units, 50 units. After 4 hours, Ning Fan had transformed 50 units of essence chi and broke through to the bone talisman realm, which was comparable to the nascent soul realm. 100 units, 500 units, 10,000 units. After 1 month, Ning Fan had transformed 10,000 units of essence chi and broke through to the jade blood realm, which was comparable to the divine transformation realm. 50,000 units, 100,000 units, 1 million units, 4 million units. 10 years had passed and Ning Fan had transformed 4 million units of essence chi. All of the essence chi accumulated in his body was equivalent to the total power of the second level of the golden body realm. During the process of transforming his essence chi, Ning Fan sat like a statue for 10 years. His body was covered with dust. His essence chi was clearly enough to break through to the mid-reckless devil realm. However, he still lacked a chance to break through to that legendary realm. His mind entered a vast and boundless void. In that void, there was a gigantic devil mountain. At the foot of the mountain was a wild wasteland continent that floated in the void. At the foot of the devil mountain, there was an ancient and dilapidated monument. 3 damaged ancient words were carved on it using Gu Tuo runes. Devil Conferral Summit. On the devil mountain, there was a flight of bluestone stairs that led straight to the peak of the devil clouds. This place was the Devil Conferral Summit. It was the place where the ancient devils were sealed. Only the ancient devils who possessed the devil talisman could reach this place with a trace of their consciousness when they are breaking through to the reckless devil realm and complete the test here. The existence of this Devil Conferral Summit was like a sea of clouds. The Sea of Clouds was the place where cultivators could carve their names at the divine transformation realm. As for the Devil Conferral Summit, it was the lost broken world where the reckless devil realm was conferred. I didn't expect that when I break through to the reckless devil realm, a trace of my consciousness would actually arrive at the legendary sacred ground of the ancient devils, the Devil Conferral Summit. Ning Fan remained silent for a while. He had read similar information from the devil scripture on the slate. When an ancient devil breaks through to the reckless devil realm, they must go to the Devil Conferral Summit to take the test. If they perform well in the test, they could even be rewarded by the Devil Conferral Summit. Some ancient devils obtained devil weapons on the Devil Conferral Summit. Some obtained devil cultivation techniques and devil martial arts, while some obtained devil pills and devil medicines. The Devil Conferral Summit was the place where the ancient devils were tested. It was also the place that was bestowed to them. No one knew who left it here. Ning Fan stood at the foot of the Devil Mountain. After a long time, he finally took his first step towards the mountain. As soon as he took his first step, 12 dark golden ancient devils suddenly descended from the sky, blocking his path. Halt your steps. If you want to go to the Devil Conferral Summit, You must first pass the 3 stages of devil conferral. This is the first stage of the test. Each of the 12 dark golden giants had an early reckless devil realm devil body cultivation base. They were not living beings. Instead, they were phantoms that were formed by magic techniques. It was unknown how long they had existed in this place. What is the test? Ning Fan raised his head, ignoring the powerful aura force of the 12 giants. Show us your devil blood. Devils whose bloodline is lower than the true devil bloodline get lost from the devil conferral summit. Each of the 12 giants was an ancient devil with true bloodline. The devil might of 12 traces of true bloodline was comparable to the combined bloodline aura force of 12 moksha sovereigns. It was enough to kill any divine transformation realm cultivator. Facing such a powerful bloodline devil might, even one of the 9 sovereigns of the devil world would not be able to withstand it. Ning Fan's eyes were cold. He was not afraid of the bloodline aura force of the 12 giants at all. He took a step forward. The aura force of a king devil with royal bloodline soared into the sky, causing the 12 giants to spurt out blood and fall back. They stared at Ning Fan in disbelief. It's actually a king devil with royal bloodline. Destroy. Ning Fan fully unleashed his devil might. The illusory devil might turned into 12 gigantic fists and landed on the chests of the giants, which were equally illusory. At the next moment, all 12 giants turned into pieces and dissipated. Ning Fan had passed the first stage of the devil conferral summit. At the moment when Ning Fan passed the first stage, a ray of black light shot out from the devil mountain. It turned into an ancient black sandalwood box and landed on Ning Fan's palm. This black sandalwood box was Ning Fan's reward for passing the first stage of the devil conferral summit. It was a reward from the devil mountain on the devil conferral summit. Ning Fan opened the wooden box. Inside it was a piece of black crystal, which was filled with dense devil chi. There was a magic technique inherited in the crystal. When Ning Fan touched the crystal with his finger, it immediately shattered. Then, an ancient voice resounded in Ning Fan's sea of consciousness, transmitting countless information to him. Ning Fan's expression changed. In an instant, he had learned a secret technique of the ancient devil race with the reward of the first stage. The ancient devil Tao, void teleportation. It's different from the divine race. The ancient devil race uses essence chi to teleport, and not magic power. However, their speed is definitely not inferior to the divine race. He activated his essence chi and countless black strands of smoke coiled around his body. With a chi sound he turned into smoke and disappeared. The smoke strands flew all the way to the peak of the Devil Mountain, at an unbelievable speed. When they had flown to 1/3 of the mountain's height, a gigantic black palace appeared on the mountainside in front of them. Outside the palace, there were only 8 ancient devil giants who were guarding it. All of them were at the early reckless devil realm. However, the chi of each of these 8 giants was much stronger than the giants at the foot of the mountain. Outside the Black Palace, there was a devil stele with the words Devil Talisman Palace written on it. When the 8 giants saw Ning Fan ascending the Devil Conferral Summit, all of them shouted with thunderous voices. Stop right there. In order to ascend the Devil Conferral Summit, you need to pass the 3 stages of the Devil Conferral Summit. This is the second stage of the test. How do we test it? With your Devil Talisman, devour the remnant talismans in the Devil Talisman Palace. After devouring 8 remnant talismans, you can pass the second stage. Just as the 8 giants' voices fell, devil wind suddenly blew in the surroundings. Ning Fan raised his palm, and a black golden devil talisman emitted a vast devil might, stirring up the wind and clouds. As soon as the 8 giants saw Ning Fan's devil talisman, their expressions changed drastically. Ancestral Talisman. It's actually the Mo Luo Ancestral Talisman. That you're tuning in to the Limei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.